Back in the basement.
Back in the basement.
Back in the basement. You made a comment earlier.
Yeah.
Where you were like, most of the clips are not in the same space or in the same same way.
It just looks like we just moving through your house. Like, just slowly giving us a tour.
I mean,
I want to do an episode in the kitchen. That would be nice.
Honestly, I was at the back. I was thinking earlier today. I was like, yo, the backyard has a nice shot.
We did a
nice shot. Let the dog run around outside and shit.
Yeah.
Start seeing cats and shit. Yeah, man.
We almost shot one, and then you were like, I don't want to get the extension cord. I was like,
I don't feel like, hey, look, my nigga, these stairs was murder, man. These killer. That shit be wiping me out before you can go outside. And my aunt be telling us, like, make sure you always have something in your hand when you go up and down the stairs. It's intense, man. This shit ain't free. Just let everybody know. It's not.
No.
It's a high cost.
Spare no expense, huh? Put it on the charge card.
What? Do what you gotta do to get up out your aunt's house. Get your shit together, nigga. I appreciate y'all, but like, golly. All right,
Man.
I get it. All right.
Yeah.
It's funny that like you gonna be like, yo, we at the aunt's house and all that, but you already about to hit them with like 12 different locations. You know, like you can't be like, yo, we don't got no money. I just seen y'all outside. Like y'all was in the basement, y'all went outside, y'all was at the bodega.
How much property y'all able to rent out? Y'all
Damn.
Oh, man.
You look like you're doing good. No one broke. What's going on over here?
Nah, it's
Oh, y'all got extension cords now. Okay. All right. So it's easy. All right.
We went to Lowe's.
Tonight we got
who we got in the building,
we got
Drew?
Mike Brown in the building.
Mike Brown, the one only.
Mike Brown, one of the
So honored to be here.
Decepticomics. You were talking about that earlier, where it was definitely a low key like, yo, who is this nigga right here? Coming through Wilmington. These 5 niggas lined
Speak
up.
your truth. Speak your truth.
Hating on the flyer. I was just like, Street Fighter ends, man. All right, okay. All right, we'll see when y'all get there. Nigga, I gotta go around the back because they got staff on a Thursday. I'm like, nigga, what?
I remember that we did show up, and I was like, damn, they sold this bitch
Don't you niggas say
6 random niggas.
Talk about it.
These 6
Talk
random
about it.
niggas just
Talk
sold
about
out.
it.
We
Talk
was mad because
about
we was at our home club, and we was just like, yo, we need to get a night. Let's talk to Timmy. Let's get a night. And then 6
Nothing.
random
Nothing.
niges.
They had the flyers outside and everything. I was
yeah.
like, all right, cool. All right, bet.
Oh man.
Well, yeah,
Cool.
It was
Nah.
Yeah, but still talk that shit though. But you know what I mean? I'm not even saying I'm sorry. I was like, nah, I was killing these niggas. I didn't mean to. But you see, it's always like
niggas get territorial and
oh
shit.
man,
Yeah.
but it's like I didn't mean to be. That's why the flyer was like that though. Like, it was a smoke signal to the people. Like, yo, y'all don't know about us, but all you gonna see is this name. Y'all gonna know what we do, and you gonna see it.
Right.
You come if you want. You know what I mean? Like, the show's gonna be good. Come if you want, but fuck it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, oh man, I'm just so honored to be here, man.
You hit
like,
the right buttons, man. You had the cheat code, bro.
Oh,
Y'all
man.
came in. Went for it.
I don't know if that's me.
No, it's my fault.
Okay, I knew that wasn't me.
I was about
I
to
knew
say,
that
we
wasn't-
got-
I
we
didn't
got a
know what
nice-
song is that?
It was a guy playing the guitar.
It's like, I didn't know you added another element to this.
No.
I thought this was like reminisce hour.
No.
I thought y'all was broke. You got money for production.
We got flashback sequences now? When did this
Y'all
hit the
licensing
budget?
songs and shit now? This is what you doing?
Hey, look. Okay.
Yo, man.
That was longer than 10 seconds, my brother.
My aunt owns a mango tree in the DR. It's been really good. It's been really nice sauce over there.
Get it across the border.
It's really nice.
Yeah, man, but
Across the Pacific,
Okay.
nigga. Is that the Pacific? I don't know.
No, that's Atlantic. DR's Atlantic.
Oh, Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah,
Okay.
you good.
I don't know my oceans.
Caribbean. Yeah?
I don't know my
I
ocean.
don't know any geography.
I don't know. Yeah.
You ain't learning from Street Fighter?
I said my ocean.
That's why I made the poster like that, because I also knew we as the people needed our geography. You understand what I'm saying? That's what
We
did
do
for
need to
them.
know where we at. I
We didn't
understand
even-
that. I
Yeah, you
understand.
see what I'm saying? Like, see
So
it, you know what I
harsh,
mean?
like very spot on. Well, not spot on. Well, very. Very spot on stereotypes. Help niggas with geography. In 92, yeah.
It is.
Or E Honda, he's a sumo wrestler from Japan.
My God.
What?
Yo, I remember when they came out with DJ, and I just saw he was a new character from Jamaica.
First of all, what was the name of the nigga that played him in the live action movie?
It was Snipes. I know it wasn't
No,
Snipes.
it wasn't.
It should have been Snipes.
If it was.
It should have been Snipes.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
then, but who was this nigga? Who was it?
Joanna Man, that dude.
Joanna Man.
It wasn't was it really
Miguel. Miguel, so fuck, what's his name?
It was him.
Who got the Latino last name?
Yeah.
He's dope as shit.
Nah, he's
but
dope.
He did
It was just
but
a bad,
I was like, I just don't. This cast and roll ain't right.
Nah, because he had Jean-Claude Van Damme as fucking Guile. He had a white dude as Ryu. I think, was it the weird nigga from Roger Rabbit that was M. Bison?
Yeah.
The villain or no?
I'm thinking, I'm like, that's not Pesci, but I think that is
the villain from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That's
no.
Nah, that's not the same.
No, that's the dude from
See, I'm not good.
that's Doc Brown from was
it Doc
Back
Brown?
to the Future. Yeah, I think that's the
Okay.
same dude. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
Chris something, whatever.
Nah, but it was a very bad, like, Mortal Kombat was only a step up from that. Like, barely.
Tiny.
Barely. They just went off of aesthetics and that's it.
What,
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, the
the
movie.
first one.
I
First
felt
one's
like
pretty
the movie kind of felt like they were trying to do the story. Or
Yeah.
a story. Like Street Fighter,
Yeah.
the movie felt like they were just like, all right, fuck it. We just gotta, it was like a Netflix series, one episode pilot of what Street Fighter could be.
We got these characters. We got Jean-Claude.
Nigga, we got 2.5 hours of film.
Got kickboxer.
You
Figure it out. That's what the producer told the director. Like, figure it out, my nigga.
Yeah.
That's
figure
it.
it out, man.
That's it.
You got to do this movie. Figure it out.
Goddamn.
I don't know no white actors' names. I feel so bad about it. I'm really trying to remember.
Besides
Yeah.
like the ones that everybody knows.
Yeah.
Right?
There's like 5 or 6 that like black people fuck with. Like it's like
Who?
like DiCaprio, Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
I did say, I was like, let something come out about Tom Hanks. Everybody gonna be devastated.
Oh my god,
Devastated.
yo.
Everybody gonna be devastated.
He's like your uncle. He's your favorite. He's done everything.
But like he dodged the biggest one. His fucking son saying nigga. Like he's a rapper that says nigga.
Oh, yeah.
Who? Colin?
Yeah.
Colin Hanks is a rapper.
Nah.
One of his sons. and
Nah, he's not. No, he's
he
not.
fights for his right to say nigga in a rap song.
Oh man,
Tom Hanks' son.
Yeah, that's
I remember that nigga did a movie with Cisco.
Tom Hanks.
No,
What?
Colin Hanks. Colin Hanks.
Oh, Colin Hanks. I
Yeah.
thought you said Tom Hanks and Cisco. I was like, damn, this nigga was on fire in the 2000s. He had Tom Hanks on the movie?
Yo, that nigga painted his fucking hair silver and he was gone.
He was
Straight to the top.
Bye.
Tom
Drill.
Hanks. And
Cisco. Nah, but he wasn't. He did do a movie though, right?
Cisco?
He was played like a.
He did a music video?
Nah, it was like
Cisco did like 2 movies. He did like 2 movies.
When he was like
What movie?
Like he was like the friend to the lead character or some shit.
Yeah, no, I can't. That's
What
the one with
movie
Colin
is this?
Hanks. It's some like spring breaky, like it was
Yeah.
literally
Like
just
comedy?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was right after he
Yeah.
did Thong Song. So like he was
Wait,
high-
don't say right after he did Thong Song like it is like a moment of art's pristineness. Like after Thong Song, you knew what he was gonna do next. He was gonna work on his biggest project
The
to date,
cinema.
the cinema with Colin Hanks. No,
I'm
nigga, you know
saying-
after he did the Thong Song, really? All that nigga did was backflips on the beach after Thong Song.
that was the movie. It was the movie. He was on. It was like they were doing cast, and it's like it was Colin Hanks. All right, he's
my
it's some
gosh.
Miami movie. Who else we seen on the beach lately? It's got to be Cisco. He's got to have a black friend.
Like, come on, he ran over 100 white bitches on the beach.
Oh fuck, man.
And he was on his crouching tiger shit. That's what he was trying to do.
Dumps like a truck has to be.
Like, does this nigga have strings on him somewhere?
Right.
He's doing too many flips. It
That nigga.
looks too good. It looks
Oh
too
my god.
Oh my god, it is some character crouching tiger shit. Fuck, man.
They did.
Oh my god.
They did.
He's still out here. I follow him on Instagram. He's still out here. I love following.
He toured?
I love every now and again he'll do a show. Like he was doing some like game convention shit.
Ooh, I bet them tickets.
Yeah, but the
Ooh.
but he was I follow him, Clifton Powell.
Yeah, Clifton Powell's dope. He always plays villains.
Yeah. And then I like my favorite one to follow right now is Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes.
Cause he'll post like fan
his
shit
Twitter
that
is
will,
like,
that
yeah.
will so fucking ill.
Wesley Snipes seems like one of the only black celebrities that like I feel like I could really just like kick it with him. You know what I mean? Like he just seems like he's the same all the time. That's the vibe though. But like
that's what you want Wesley being.
Listen, he went to jail and got out. He did his time for tax evasion. Mm-hmm. Invincible.
You can't stop him.
You can't, you know what I mean? Not like you can't stop him, but it's like, yo, fucked up, did his time, he's out. You know what I mean?
remember.
It's like, and it's for taxes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Everybody got some tax trouble. You know what I mean? But like, taxes, did his time, and then like to see him come back and still be like good spirits and shit. You like, yo, Marvel, just put him in the Blade.
Yeah.
Just
do it.
Or like, what didn't he do his time and then do Expendables?
Well, that's it. Because when he did Expendables 3, he was talking big shit.
What in the
Whenever
trailer?
he
He was just like, "Why didn't y'all call me before for the first one?"
Nigga, you was in jail.
I remember they broke him out of a chain. He was locked up like Hannibal Lecter. He was just like, this nigga. I was like, yo, this is the hardest nigga on planet. They had to transport him by train.
Yo, they recorded. He came straight out of solitary when he came on the screen.
God.
It's just like you're like, God damn, what was you doing?
Started
Wesley, man.
straight out of prison.
Wesley,
But he's
my fault.
he's that guy, man. He's that dude, man.
I got Cisco Wikipedia page pulled up. This nigga was in Snow Dogs.
He was in Snow Dog?
He was in a Disney movie. He got a Disney check.
Yo, shout out to Disney. Disney's giving out checks.
Shout out to
man.
Disney.
Oh, God.
The Disney
That was
money
Cuba
is
Gooding
probably
Jr.,
the
wasn't it,
best
too?
money.
Yeah.
Didn't that nigga fall from grace? Jesus.
That was
see,
Terrence Howard's movie? No,
No,
not Terrence
Cuba.
Howard. Oh, Cuba Gooding.
Cuba.
Yeah.
Nah, Cuba always did wild shit because he was in that Rat Race movie back. in the
Yeah,
day.
he was in Rat Race.
Yeah.
And then
Come on, man.
he was popping with that OJ shit. I
But
didn't
did-
really catch it, but
He did some movie. I think it was like an indie movie where he played like a black heart surgeon.
mm-hmm.
It was like Gifted Hands.
No, that
Cuba.
was the,
Yeah,
that
it
was
real
when
low-key.
he played who's the nigga that tried to run for president? The dude that was clearly something wrong with him. Ben Carson. He was playing Ben Carson. He ain't one of us.
You explaining that it's Cuba Gooding Jr. playing a presidential hopeful, and I'm like, okay. All I'm thinking these whites, I'm like, hey, what black dude would he play?
He said the nigga that look like there's something wrong
Yeah,
with him.
something wrong with him. And then I'm like, damn, well, everybody look like, but who? Ben Carson. Oh, perfect description for some reason. It's not even. It's just.
Always
great.
looking into the sun
Oh
and
man!
shit.
Shout out to Ben Carson.
Shout out Ben Carson. Hope
Shout
you
out
all
to
right, my
Herman
brother.
Cain, man. I thought that nigga was gonna do something. He was slinging pizzas. He was like, I got this pizza shop. I'm a millionaire. I'm coming for the throne. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. But I was like, I knew you wasn't gonna get it, but you tried, baby. I see you. I see you out here, man.
Damn, Mike over here lounging like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
You
bro.
wanna-
I'm chilling,
You want
man.
a
Yeah,
futon, man?
man.
You want to bring a futon?
Oh, man, I just be chilling, man.
He made himself welcome. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You made yourself welcome in his basement.
I'm
This is
amongst
our basement location.
I'm amongst friends and countrymen. It's like I told you, like, there's not a chance where you can just, like, be with other black nerds and just talk shit like this.
But it's
Especially and funny coming, like, you know, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
this is
It's
this is great. Y'all do this every week.
yeah.
I'm coming in here to this is dope. This is one time in the gym, baby.
Let it out, man. You got to get it all out.
There's a difference though, man.
Talk that shit. Talk that shit.
There's a
Talk that shit. You see, I like when people say that, but there's a difference.
There's a difference, man. Because niggas be like, yeah, this is some nerdy shit. I'm like, no, that's not how we talk about it.
Yeah.
That's not how we speak on it.
Well, you said it. I think episode 1. It's like you, in a way, you're black first,
Yeah, it's like
then you're a nerd.
Bars.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's
Which I like that quote. I got to find that soundbite somewhere.
Yeah. That was hard.
That was hard.
Should have do that one. Off rip. That was.
that's one of those things I realized why I was like why was I with when I went to actually no, before I went to that convention in Raleigh, I went to the New York Comic-Con one. Just the anime.
Yeah.
They got it off by itself, like further up the street from
It's
like the
and
main
it's
thing.
it's not for like the.
There's anime shit at Comic-Con?
Yeah,
New York
but this
Comic-Con?
is all
This
anime.
is just strictly
This is not like Marvel movie.
Nope.
Thing. This is just.
niggas
anime.
selling
Okay.
merch. They
Okay.
got the statues, the elf ears, the
Oh, shit.
replica swords and stuff. And like it was a guy from Dragon Ball Super doing a panel for maybe like 10 or 12 people that were there.
Yeah.
But just seeing the people there and how they interact with each other, I'm like, this is not me. Like I'm into this shit, not as deep as y'all are.
Yeah.
But this is not me.
Do you get it? It's weird because like I think now there's like an imposter thing that kind of lifts off slowly. Like, it's like, I wasn't the biggest fan of Black Panther growing up. I knew about his existence, but didn't really go deep into who he was and, and all that. But like when the movie came out, it was a thing like, oh, I'm excited, but I also felt like this weird pressure on both sides to know about it, because one, like the nerd community is like, yo, you know about Black Panther and Wakanda and all of them. I'm like, yeah, and then everybody else who's just black is just like, yeah, we gotta go support. What you doing Friday? I know what you're doing Friday. You gonna see Black Panther, right? Are you black? You know what I mean? So you have those two things. Yeah. And me, have you ever heard of this comic?
Go ahead.
First of all, I saw it 3 times.
With who?
I saw one time with my girlfriend in an interracial relationship. That was the greatest time ever, because I got dressed up.
You took her to Get Out?
Oh yeah, that was even more fun. It was so funny when there was a part in Get Out where I audibly laughed, and the black couple in front of me looked back like, oh, he's seen this shit on a whole nother level. And my girl sitting on me, she was like, yo, was Mike okay? And I said, just let me enjoy this movie. And I enjoyed the fuck out of it. But
we had some great releases these past 2 years though.
I just watched
Black Panther.
But see, this is the thing. I don't know if anybody ever read this comic. You heard of Brother Man? You heard that comic book?
No.
See, that like my mom was that level of woke. Like, she got me a comic book called Brother Man. It's by this dude, Dawood and Yabele. It is like the dude he fights crime during the day, and he's a lawyer at night. So in the comic book, you see him fight the crime, and then you see the trial happen. And it's so dope because he's also like a black lawyer. So you see all that shit, like it's so much layered shit. So when everybody's like, "Oh yeah, Black Panther," I'm like, "Man, but Brother Man." It's amazing. I mean, you don't know about Brother Man?
That's next. It's phase 4. Phase 4, baby.
Yeah, so it's not just like I'm a nerd about shit. I'm a nerd about such particular little book. Like, I remember I went from Street Fighter, I think it was like Street Fighter, Tekken, or whatever, and somewhere in the mix, I like tripped and fell on Guilty Gear X, right?
Okay.
And I started to like, yo, Guilty Gear, what the fuck are you talking about? And it's like you put it on, you just see colors and hard rock, and like, what the fuck is this, yo? I'm like, no, look, this one.
Niggas flying in the air,
you don't know what's
going
going on. Someone's playing a guitar, and then a fucking dick comes out the ground. It's like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, no, it's just a game, man. It's cool. Like, it's nothing. It's just anime.
Just let it be. Let it be. Let it.
Yo, once you get the combos on this shit, is crazy. I'm not.
You ever had to explain some shit to somebody where you like, look, I'm telling you, it's just a game.
Hear me out.
Yo, I gotta
do it.
I stopped.
It's that shit right there, that God hand shit you was talking about. Yeah.
Remember, did you ever play Final Fantasy X2?
I did. Yeah.
So
the all chick one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's already a bad start. It's my girl would sit there and watch me play this Japanese game with 3 half dressed women. I'm just like, no, but it's fun. And I'm like, it's a dope game. I'm like, I do not find any of these girls attractive at all. But then there's a mission where you have to infiltrate an enemy base in your disguise. And apparently this person has her henchmen like give her like body massages and shit. So I gotta play a mini game, and my grandmother happened to take she be having to take like a cigarette smoke break from watching fucking like Law and Order some shit out of the TV room, and was to the fucking it's fucking stupid.
That boy ain't raised right.
That was one time when she was like, "What are you playing?" I'm like, "It's a game." I'm like 8 hours in, Grandma. I can't. God damn it.
You can't.
Light me a cigarette. I'll explain. Light me a cigarette. All right, so there was a place called Xanakin. All right. There was a thing called Blitzball.
Blitzball.
It was a very popular sport.
Barely got through that level.
I just gave up on it.
I hated it. I hated this shit.
I used to fuck with Blitzball exclusively. I used to fuck with Blitzball.
Just reload
like,
that.
I swear to you, I was on that shit like it was 2K. I only went to the game to play Blitzball because you just in the water and you got your team in front.
It's a big ass ball and you're just
like, yo, killing it.
Fucking anime Quidditch.
I was like, yeah, why am I leveling up these characters? I just like the mechanics of this game. It's a quick, I can have some matches when I leave.
Oh, man.
Oh, but fucking idiot.
That is crazy, that nerd shit inside nerd games. I remember I played played Witcher 3, and there was like a heavy like a RPG medieval shit. There's a card game in the video game, and I would just sit and play the card game
Within the game.
within the game. Yeah, just sit for like hours because it was well made, and you would just sit and do that, and you got stats and you earn shit.
I'm forgetting what I would like to do. I just like the. Matter of fact, remember Shenmue?
Yeah.
Remember that game? I remember we got my father playing it because like it was super interactive world. Like it was way ahead of its time.
You played video games with your dad?
Yeah. Well, we used to fight over who was playing.
That shit,
we'll get into that in a second.
That shit sounds so hard. Yo, that shit sounds great.
We'll get into it.
He be dropping them gems and be like, "Yeah, I was watching this with my father." It's like, your father just sat and watched this shit.
Oh yeah, Blade. Yeah,
like Blade.
Yeah, that nigga. He had. Look, I've started saying this. Look, I love him to death.
Yeah.
Love that guy. He had no business having kids. He had no business having kids. We made it though, and I appreciate him. But That's it. I'm really starting to realize it was like one of those things that like I don't even know if I should be just like talking about that shit on stage. But I'm just like, nah, this nigga deserves a Purple Heart. Yeah, he made it through the cracker as a drug dealer. Went to jail. That nigga deserves a purple and still got both kids.
You gotta.
Come on.
What do you do on Father's Day?
I try to be like, what's up? And he be like,
you can't say he deserves a Purple Heart. And
no,
on Father's Day, I say, what do you do?
Because the thing is, that nigga, he really be on shit like, look, it's just another day, man.
He's so cold. He ice cold, man.
Yeah, like with like
he came out the penitentiary.
with Christmas and shit.
Yeah, he knows.
He just be like, here's $200 a piece. Just. Oh, you want a scooter? All right, cool.
Oh man, there you
go. Like
that's hard.
Not like emotionless. It was just kind of like confusing. Like I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
We gonna peel back these layers and find out your dad really is Wesley Snipes. Like he's just like he went to
Blade.
He went to jail. You saw Blade. You was at the set, sir.
Low-key,
you went to the set.
Low-key, I did want to talk about this. Fucking I forgot what we even talking about. But we want a tangent about my goddamn father. Have you seen that shit? Baki?
Hey man, we in a safe space.
Yeah, Baki,
the anime joint.
No, what's Baki?
I'm slowly watching it too. It's on Netflix.
It's on Net, but it's an older series. It's just like Japanese like street fighters, not Street Fighter. Yeah, but like niggas that just live
fight in the street.
Yeah, almost like a Fight Club but anime style.
Some dumb shit. We can take a break and I can show you a clip.
I would definitely want to do that. Like my brother, he's 21 and he grew up in Jersey. So like when he was growing up, he was like probably one of the only black kids there. So he got heavy dosed in like anime and all that shit. So now he tells me about like, so I watched like some like One Punch Man because he's like, oh, the show is so fun, like this thing of this punch. Or he'll show me certain anime episodes and he explains to me, he's like, no, it's not like watching a thing like regular TV. Sometimes you get that fight episode. And you've been building up to that motherfucker for like 10 episodes. So when that comes, you like, here it is. That's the end game, and you get to see that shit like now
multiple times.
Yeah. So you telling me about this street fight? Like I'm super hyped. Like
it's really so like I vaguely remember it, but like take shit maybe like on some blood sport shit.
Okay.
But the one on Netflix is just like anywhere it can go down at any moment. The premise is for this one you got I think it's 4 or 5 death row inmates that just recently escaped. And they all they're all headed east to Japan with the thought in their head, I want to experience defeat.
Listen,
that's some
Japanese
shit, bro. That's some.
The stakes is high. Japan is not fucking around.
But it's just dope. It's dope as fuck. But now they'll take a shirt off or like one dude.
Used to be samurais, man. These niggas used to
giant Yakuza boss, young dude, but he's like giant muscles and everything. When he ran into like one of the inmates, he just bent down and grabbed his the end of his pants, and then just pulled his whole suit off with just like one stroke. Nigga just wearing a fucking sumo outfit.
Breakaway.
It wasn't. He made it a breakaway.
breakaway Levi.
He ripped it in a way that it looked like shorts after.
Yeah, his whole suit. But he peeled the whole suit off.
He had a suit on.
Oh my god, it's nuts. It's dope. It's dope though, man. That shit was. Oh man, so because you seen the clip where did we put that up?
No.
No, I don't think we did.
Oh, the clip of Andre where he's describing it's in the second episode where he describes a scene from Baki.
Mm.
It's perfect. Like once he said that, I was like, all right, I'll keep watching it.
I'll throw it. I'll find it.
I was-
I don't know. We'll see if it's
Yeah.
even.
I didn't know. I didn't know he was a nerd. I didn't know he had like nerd.
I didn't know it until I had him on my
it was
show.
low.
And he was like I'm nerdy, but people don't believe me. It's hard to it's hard to be like.
He's too like he
Yeah.
throws too much Brooklyn sauce on. You like,
Yeah.
man, I don't even got Japanese people there. Like, what y'all talking? Like, I don't know the culture. Yeah, get out of here. Like,
but
that's
then,
how you feel.
but then he's talking about how he was practicing Tai Chi and shit. And
Yeah.
he just, like he said, he was like, it makes no sense that like, I lift weights, but I also know Naruto episode 70 is like the illest shit. I was like, oh, all right, this nigga is exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not that like I don't know any of the nerd challenges. That's why I don't like. I think.
What do you mean challenges?
Like, if somebody walked up to you and be like, "Yo, you watch Naruto?"
I don't do that with niggas unless I know.
What's your favorite episode? Because it's not like a direct challenge,
Yeah.
but a challenge where it's like, I'm not challenging if you know my shit. I'm challenging you on your shit.
And that's
Like,
I
what's
think
your favorite shit.
that's that difference he's talking about, because it's like for us, it's like we like reminiscing on it, and yeah, we might think of a fight scene, but we ain't gonna sit here and quote episodes or subplots. There are those dudes, the convention dudes, who are just like, oh, they come in with the, they got the paper mache. They made the paper mache swords, and they came in with the wigs, and they come in, and it's just like, I like it. I appreciate you because you are on the front lines of the culture.
Yeah, fuck with the
you're on the
culture.
front lines. You know what I mean? You're taking all the L's. You know what I mean? So the rest of us can live. You know what I mean?
But nah, man, it's like,
yo, that's the illest way to rally the troops. I appreciate you. Y'all taking all of the L's. Y'all might have to take some more. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you.
So I can live a normal life and like this shit, but also
But
talk
I
to
will
women.
continue to put money in the pockets of the thing to keep this thing going. That's what I can do financially.
I'll
I got
support you, brother.
I support you.
I'll torrent it, but you go and get the collector's edition.
yeah, there you go. Get the box set.
Because we need collectors.
Yeah.
For the edition.
If it wasn't for somebody buying it, I wouldn't be able to pirate
Yo,
it. Like,
bars. Yo, everybody's getting.
I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
So yeah, that's that
Oh,
thing.
great.
It's just
That's
we
great.
realized, and even when we met y'all at the show
Yeah.
in Wilmington, we realized it's like it's something we always did. We just sat down.
Yeah.
Another one of our friends, Jack Nelson, who was just like
honorary black person.
honorary black dude. He's a white dude. He loves music, hip hop. He's for the culture.
And people think
But-
he's racist, and it makes no sense at all.
None whatsoever.
It makes no sense.
It's just because he's got a mullet and he's from the South and he just looks.
Okay.
He looks.
He wears tight ass
He
punk
up-
rock
he up
clothes
here-
and
he up
stuff.
here yet or not?
Nah, he's not.
Okay, that's another thing.
Uh,
Damn.
But no, he said it's like, why is it that every time y'all hang out, it's like every time two black dudes hang out, they always end up talking about Dragon Ball Z at some point in time. And I was like, holy shit, you're right. You're absolutely right. And we would always just hang out. It'd be me, Jarrod, and Wills Maxwell, another comic, and we would just fucking somewhere along in the narrative of the conversation, we just start talking about anime, and then we realize that's what y'all do, and it's like, oh, we just kind of just nerdy niggas. That's just it.
The real is probably, I think, John Minus. You gotta have him
No,
when
when I
he's
see
he's
him-
back, man.
When he came through in at Cape Fear,
Yeah.
he came to Cape Fear Comedy Festival, and this nigga had a Cowboy Bebop t-shirt on, but it wasn't Spike. It was Ed, the nerd or whatever.
Yeah.
It was her, and then he had a tongue ring. And I was like, oh, all right,
Yeah, he's all the way.
all right,
He's in there.
yeah,
No.
It's like, and it's funny because like when I'm around John, I always have this like deference to him for like nerd shit.
But he's so like he talks to him.
anytime. It's like you're just like, all right, I just bow down to
He's, so I'm not gonna question the dude that will wear the lantern ring. Like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not, and
Yeah.
then just talk to you like just a regular ass dude.
Man, listen, this is how I knew we were on some kind of like real nerd shit with Decepticomics in a way. Because, we put it together where like we all were from different places and we're like, all right, well, we all fuck with each other outside of comedy. Like we could just kick it with each other. So what if we just did shows together, right? And that's
Yeah.
really like the base of it. And then and John's thing was also like, oh, there's no audience for this yet. There is now. We know there's one exists, but like not enough. Like we haven't like found how to get everybody like to
A lot of stuff I look up, like when I briefly look it up, there's a lot of Negro podcasts out there. It's a lot of podcasts named Negro out there.
Oh man,
Yeah, and I'm still having a tough time just trying to get my shit up on iTunes. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But
man,
that end comes by. They're like,
nah, but it's so many. I don't know. Whatever. It just says it's intent. We'll fucking figure it out. But it's just. But like I'll read like a description every now and again, and it's like they say they do this, but it's like they just analyze. I'm like, we don't talk like that, man.
Yeah, like we hang, but we gonna talk some nerd
yeah.
shit. We might talk like, but and that's the thing where it's like, I think a lot of, also it's weird because like Wu-Tang was very anime.
Because they had a PlayStation game back in the day. Yeah. Before Def Jam Vendetta, there was a Wu-Tang game that I just found out about.
Wu-Tang, Shaq Fu. There was like this weird like
but Wu-Tang was
crossovers.
Because they were the generation of my parents where it was like just mainly karate and action flicks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it. Maybe some Marvel shit that they knew about.
And then you were saying like grandparents, they had like just Asian shit in the
house.
was
like the furniture. It was
the
like
furniture.
The core. Like that's what they fuck with Asian culture. We black people in America
are getting
we have always fucked with Asian culture.
Yeah, but I think we also didn't have like exact access to it as we do like now. Like right now, like even in a sense like, yo, let's start the podcast. Like this is the boiling point. This is like exciting, man.
Yeah.
I'm really happy. Like
it's our barbershop talk, dude. It's our barbershop talk. Yo.
That is level of nerdom.
Because I'm just saying. Because you'd always, you go to the barbershop and it was always older dudes talking about Bruce Lee couldn't fight this dude. They would always talk about it. They would talk about the kung fu movies,
old school shit, whatever. Yeah.
And now we're talking about. I mean, we talk about anime, but like I said, we do it at a certain level where it's just like we like the culture. Yeah. We'll delve into the shit that we like. Like, there's some stuff that you're like, yeah, I'm a nerd out on this. Yeah. And there's some stuff that I'll do the same, and I'm sure you'll do the same. Like, you like Blade and certain MCU stuff, and like I like this and that. And then you just come together and realize, oh shit, we all a little nerdy. Like we can drop the guard just a tiny bit.
What are y'all most nerdy about? Like, what's your?
For me, it's been it's the Japanese. Was it Tokatsu? That's what it's called. It's like the.
See, I'm just trying to soak up game, man.
It's like the Japanese Power Rangers. That shit. Like when it's in the suits. And stuff. It's not the kaiju monsters though.
Okay.
No, but specifically just them suits and the giant robot shit. Because I realized it was because the Japanese one is completely different. From the American one because like it's pretty much like a drama. It's a soap opera for kids.
It says called what? Kamen Rider.
Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. Super Sentai is Power Rangers.
Is that something like where they did like the Power Rangers thing where like they filmed American stuff and just took something from Japan, or is that something that like it's from Japan?
They just took the action. Okay. Some like the all of the giant robot, giant monster shit, and then like if it was villains just by themselves. Even as a kid, I could tell there's. I was like, why is this weird from this cut?
Why does this look grainy? Yeah, and this looks like
this one. But it was.
Y'all already woke, man.
Yeah, it was like we kind of knew, but I was like, I fuck with it. But but like the like I've gone back and actually watched episodes of the original Power Rangers in Japan, and it's like a completely different thing. Yeah. The main chick, Rita, her name was Bandora, and she was a witch trapped on the moon. And what she does in the series, she rides a penny farthing in the sky.
See, and that's the other thing about Black Nerd. It's because we were like, all right, what she did? What?
Yeah,
a penny? What?
For real. I had to pull that shit on somebody one time. Well, like it just happened to come up with a reply. So
you had to check somebody.
So no, essentially, it wasn't that way. I was just informing them.
G-check this.
I was just informing them. No. So you know they got
checking over anime.
Over Power Rangers.
Hold on, brother. Sit down for me real quick, my brother.
This is where it started. So if y'all don't know, Facebook actually has, for like Messenger and for their Facebook app, they have a Power Ranger sticker, which is just slap. Like Red Ranger just giving a thumbs up and shit. I do that all the time, or like some other corny shit. And then the other person replied, was like, yo, like isn't the how come the Pink Ranger got like a skirt and the yellow one don't? Like, what's up with that? And then I was like, well, the original Japanese footage, Yellow Ranger was a guy. And then they just shut the fuck up. You're not even gonna try to argue. You're not even gonna.
Yeah. Let me set you straight for you say something stupid. Let me tell you what it is.
It just came out of me. It's like I know it because that was one thing. That was another thing. It's like I'm curious about this too. Like why? It's like unnecessary.
Even if you didn't even know, you like, man, you just gotta let him have his Yellow Ranger.
Yeah.
He knows.
Yeah.
You got it, big. bars.
Yo.
But you knew.
Well, because somebody was telling me, I remember. I do remember though, and like somebody commented on some form or whatever, but like in some of the old episodes of like the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger, and they took some of the scenes. The Yellow Ranger had a bulge, and then when they changed over, it was the Asian chick. Because like they took all the raw footage, but the Yellow Ranger had the bulge because the suits is tight. And then when they switched over, it's the Asian chick, and you're like, wait, hold up. What's going?
What power she got? Why she morphing? She don't morph like everybody else morphing.
She ain't done morphing.
What's happening?
I remember years ago I posted a video of the original like opening to that show like in Japanese, and I remember my boy comments on it was like, "Yo, Power Ranger," and I could tell he actually watched it because he took the comment back.
Nigga deleted it.
Yeah, he was just like, "What the fuck is this?"
You made a nigga delete. In shame. In shame. You should have screenshot it.
Motherfuckers really be like, no, actually, it was Charlie that said that. He said, yo, you're into like nerdy stuff, but like, I was like, yeah, I hide it well. He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm just realizing that too. It was like, it's a defense mechanism, man.
Flip that switch.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like you can let the guard down and just like whatever. Like
this
is such a dope fucking idea for like I can't wait to for people to find out about this shit.
Hey,
like when you told me about it, it was one of those things like same shit. Like when you see me come to North Carolina, you like, yo, who the fuck is, you know what I mean? Yeah. And you hear a dope idea and you're like, who the fuck? Yeah. You coming out with ideas.
That's the prime example I had was like, take a show to the club. Yeah. Don't sit there and be like, look, I could headline like, nah. Yeah. Let us pack it out.
Yeah.
But you're like, I
yeah.
And be like, I do. You know, it's like kind of like do it. And it's one of those things like I do shit, and then it's like to see it. It's like yes, I'm about whatever y'all need.
Again with your shit with your podcast. Well, it's like after like this 1 or 2 episodes listen to it, I was just like, oh, just talk. Like we're definitely in that age
just
now.
Talking.
Yeah,
just talk.
But
if you just talk,
keep it about like
have a focus.
Yeah, there is a focus.
Have a focus somewhere, but just talk, and then the people that are like you. They'll find it and they'll hear it.
Yeah.
It's a weird, bro.
Because I know there are people. There are in several places in Brooklyn right now. There are 3 or 4 brothers having the same conversation about something.
This is my.
They're talking about My Hero Academia like it's like.
I can even think on some real shit. Like there's probably a group of sisters who watch anime.
Oh no.
Same or more.
Brother, actually,
and I can imagine how they took like how we might take our things and hide it, how they might hide it, and it's like for years they've been bored apart waiting.
Let's take a break.
All right.
I'm just gonna say Latinas.
Next time on the Negro Jump.
We back.
We back.
From the break. Showed you some clips.
Yeah, seen some Baki. You know what I mean?
Seen some Baki. I showed you.
What was that? The One Piece.
One Piece.
One Piece. You know what I'm saying?
Snake Man fight.
The snake. That was from One Piece.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a. Whoo, man. That's a. We'll talk about that shit for hours.
That's like, I fuck with that with anime. Because, like, I think in America, like, our storytelling is very based in our world, our reality.
Yeah.
And the anime stories just go...
whatever.
Everywhere. Like, it goes through time. It goes through space. It goes through feelings. Like, oh, this person has the power to sense pain or some shit. You're like, that's a dumb power. Yeah. And then, like, 5 minutes later, you're like, oh, that's the illest power. That's the craziest shit.
It's like how they flip it.
They did it with Bleach.
Yeah,
there was an anime on.
That's a Netflix movie, right?
Yeah, it is.
I think they made it into a movie, but it was originally.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You do it right. You just let Japan do whatever the fuck they're gonna do.
So is the Bleach movie good?
Yeah, because it's a good like movie. If you've never seen Bleach, then it's almost perfect because it kind of gives you the idea. Well, like they just do it in one shot versus like where it ends. That's where the story picks up. Yeah. For the show, Bleach was really good as far as like how it looked and like what they did. It was cool. But nah, Shit, what was I saying?
Got him.
All them
On a
bars.
fucking rant
No, it's
about some shit
I-
with anime. What were you talking about? You said like it was just dope.
Well, I know you was talking about like your origins of what you were nerdy about, and you were talking about obviously like Kamen Rider.
before
any
before
toy
No, I
animation.
was saying like just right then. I just fucking had it.
No, we were just talking about like if you have the black, like if you're doing like a black show, and then we're talking about One Piece, and then also the stories of the anime shows go like in all these weird, crazy places where they go from time, they go from space.
They've been creeping in. I feel like they've slowly.
That's what I was saying. I was describing
Yeah.
the ridiculousness of it. Like
Oh yeah.
there was literally a villain. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been learning to do that backtrack.
There you go. Get some.
Bleach.
We're gonna get you a notepad.
The nigga,
all you need.
that nigga have a separate recorder on the side.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hold on. Play that back,
Play
DJ.
that back.
Yeah, play that.
Nah, so Zaraki from Bleach. He was a character that everybody was like, yo, he was that nigga.
Low key black.
Just, he was like reckless, but he was
Kenpachi
strong as hell and
Zaraki.
shit like that.
Hell yeah.
So like he's like one of the strongest characters like in the fucking show. And just like towards the end of the series where like it's just straight manga. He's fighting a character where he has the power of imagination. Yeah. Literally the power of imagine. Imagine
such a hard power.
But see, it's like you think like, oh, that's corny, but then it's just like, no, you can't stop this. So like you heard he tried to hit him, he's gonna think of something stronger than that.
Yeah.
So the character's rock, he's known for like on some berserk shit. Well, like he'll just start wild. Like you keep cutting him up, he's like gonna get more and more excited. Where it's just like, oh, I'm about to die. Like he just. Like he was that wild like that.
Thrill of the battle type dude.
So he's getting fucked up by this guy because like he keeps throwing shit at him and it won't work. And this dude finally he puts him like in a black hole or some shit like that. Or like just that gravity like effect on him. It's just like he gotta die and the dude's still standing up. So he imagined himself being more of a beast than him to the point he self-destructs.
That's insane. That's insane.
He couldn't imagine anything more powerful than him to the point he killed himself.
That's just
what is imagination?
That's a
what
bar.
the fuck?
That's a bar.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, it's one of those things where like with the writing was just like, where y'all going with this? And he's like, get the fuck out of here.
Yo, that shit sound hard.
It's stupid. It's dumb.
It's
Well, like,
so dumb, but it's so
dumb.
It's like
It's dumb. And then you
perfect.
mix in when like a lot of these shows be having like the slight little like it's not innuendos, but like little things where it's just like, oh, this is kind of relatable because I'm black. Like majority of these characters, looking at it now, well, it's just like majority of these characters, it's a one parent household. They don't speak much. They don't speak much of the parent that's missing until later on.
They giving you jewels. You don't even know.
Can we talk about how trash anime dads are? Yo, like they are all
that show
trash, dude. They're either not around or they're just like they don't want to be around in these kids' lives.
He got dad issues, son.
Baki?
Bad. He got dad issues. Bad.
Baki got dad issues.
Baki
Yu Yu
dad
Hakusho,
ain't there?
he's got
Yu Yu
dad issues.
Hakusho got dad issues.
I rewatching
Dragon Ball Z has dad issues.
Dragon Ball Z. I'm rewatching fucking Evangelion. And dad issues. His dad don't even. He's like he tells him to his face, "I don't want to be in your life unless you pilot this robot."
These motherfuckers' dads are there. Their dads are there. The most recent shit.
He's like, "You ain't called me up in 3 years, Dad. What you want? I need you to pilot this robot. The city's about to be destroyed. If you don't do it, walk out of my life forever." And I'm just.
I don't want to hear nothing from you. I don't want to hear nothing from you.
I don't hear nothing from you. What? Why did you come here? If you
fucking Dragon Ball Z, they the newest backstory to Goku is so you know his race would pretty much just like muscle like slave. They were just slaves.
They were slaves.
Initially, they were slaves to an alien dude that was shorter than all of them.
Oh my god!
And he used to call them monkeys.
What anime is this?
This is Dragon Ball Z, the most popular.
This is like the origin to the shit.
Yeah.
This shit.
Because Dragon Ball, it was just Goku as a kid running around with a tail. He's like, he looked like us, but he's different in some way.
Yeah, he's different. He looked like y'all. He powerful, but he's not you.
Yeah, he's stronger. He's strong. He's a stronger.
Yeah. He's
you
interesting,
might relate, but he's stronger than you.
But it's like there's like dinosaurs around here, so like of course he's gonna be weird. But then you find out he's a whole thing.
Other race. He just look human, but he's not human.
He not human at
so
all.
The way the story is now, his dad looked just like him, but he got a scar on his face and he wear a bandana. Coolest nigga on the block. Coolest dude on the block. So
red bandana. He blood.
So his his dad is a blood.
His dad is a blood.
Essentially,
Yeah,
his
He
dad,
got a little war scar on his face.
his dad used to bang. His dad used to bang back in the day. So the new story they got it now with the new Dragon Ball Super movie that came out. His dad comes back to the planet from a mission. As he's coming back, he was like, something just doesn't feel right. Something's off. Like something's weird. It was just, and then he gets home. His wife is at home. Was just like, the food almost ready. He was like, hey yo, you still got the pod. She was like, yeah. He's like, yo, put Kakarot in there. Something don't feel right. We gonna ship him out tonight. We gonna ship. Goku was Moses, nigga. Goku was Moses. This nigga got sent down the West Nile. Nigga, what? He sends him away, and then what happens? Frieza says, I don't like any of y'all monkey niggas. I'm gonna eradicate all of y'all. So then he just blows up the fucking planet. And now Goku with his brother and 2 other Saiyans are now the last of their race.
And the most of them are mad hotel. And
Yeah.
Goku doesn't know because he hit his
doesn't
head.
know.
He don't fucking remember shit.
Yeah, when his brother met him, he was like, nigga, where your tail at? He was like, oh, I got rid of it because I will wild out when I look up at the moon. It was like, but that's your heritage. That's what are you nigga, what are you doing?
You can't turn into the mighty Ozaru. I was like,
Nigga, I was trying to survive.
Yeah, but then the story goes with Goku's dad, Bardock. He literally was the last one to really stand up to Frieza. Like on the front line in front of everybody, was just like, I'm not gonna let you do it. Throws the strongest attack. It's not enough. And he's like in the front. So already
So he from that stock. He
right.
from a real one.
And right, he got those genes in
Yeah,
him.
you know why I cut it off. They cut my father's life off.
Exactly.
He was the last one, B. I was at the end of the line. I took my tail off. My heart's still there, though. My heart's still there, homie. Goku, homie.
It comes back full circle where he kills him.
Yeah, I killed you, homie. It's my father, cuz.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from. It's my daddy, cuz.
Yeah,
Snoop.
Man, it's oh man.
That's what I want this black anime to be. I want for some reason
you know
gangs
what?
involved
After
and shit.
talk, I'm gonna find you after you start watching Baki because I low key feel like
I need to watch. Baki looks so fucking dope.
honestly, it sounds like an exaggerated version of my father going through the crack epidemic. Because apparently I just hear from my cousin. He's like, your father had hands back in the day. Nobody wanted to see him.
Oh man!
And just straight, just square up, just fighting and shit.
Nobody wanted.
Nobody wanted to see him. I was like, you can make an anime. I'll watch the shit out of that. Because he used to tell. He told me a couple.
I think I was saying I think they're creeping into it because I mean they got like in Naruto they had like the village of black people. So that's so in Naruto
they just got a village of black people now.
So it's
Well, see, they don't say it. It's the village in the
village
cloud.
of the hidden cloud, right?
Hidden cloud.
All right,
The
hidden
multiple.
They did, but they hid it.
No,
They
see,
hide in the village.
first they
They
introduce.
It's weed smoke.
No.
right?
What would be the rain? What would be the mist? What would be the mist?
The mist.
What would those people be?
I mean, I don't know. They're just because they're a bunch of thugs. Like they're a bunch of killers.
Okay, so
So
it's East New York. The village in the mist.
Because they're
East
they're
New
literally
York.
a bunch of assassins. Like that's all they like.
All
They
right.
all kill people.
All right, Mike.
They got
Mike,
these
tell me-
7
tell me-
sons.
Why every glorious black village and anything has to be like hidden in a cloud of mystery? Like Wakanda, we don't know where it is, but it's somewhere in Africa.
So they elevated.
This village didn't come until later on. We didn't find out about them until later on. See,
Yeah, because the writers were like, "Oh shit, we need black people."
But
How are we
see,
gonna explain this?
but they had to roll it out right because the main one you need to worry about is a ninja named Killer B.
Killer B.
Killer B.
Killer B.
That's his name. Killer B. He's that nigga. And he got
Killer
blonde,
B?
He got blonde cornrows and he wears shades all the time. And this nigga rap.
And he raps.
He rap to talk. That's one of those things when you get
Wait, he raps to talk.
He
when
raps
it gets
to talk.
translated to English, like in the dub version, is whack. But when you hear it in Japanese, I'm like, this is hard.
They get it.
He doing like haikus, but he's just doing them like in a pattern, like in a
Yeah.
rhyme flow. Yeah.
See, that's why we need to do this black
But
anime.
but what was ill about
Jay-Z.
him? They had to roll him out. They had to roll it out because.
But how
this
they
nigga-
roll them out though?
Because they show up where it's
they-
just like,
they
yo,
roll
we
him
want
out.
to capture you because you got this thing inside
All right.
of you. Gonna
So
get it.
you're familiar with the character Sasuke, right? Like the
Sure.
dude, shouting, the dude with the red
Are you
eyes.
familiar with Naruto
Are you
at all?
familiar with Naruto?
No.
Not too
Okay.
much. Okay.
I've
Just
been
describe the character.
It's fine.
Just
Yeah,
because
all right.
look, I watched some a few episodes of the Boruto, which is the son
Yeah.
of Naruto. Like I watched like a few of those. My brother was like, "Okay, we're gonna watch like these 2-3 Narutos." gonna watch these 3. All right, and then after we take those 3, we're gonna go right to Boruto because I need you to see his father to understand the 9 tails and all that stuff to understand the stock of what you see.
Damn, that must be the right 3 episodes.
Yeah,
that's a lot of shit.
It was like 3, and I was like, all right. And then when I got to Boruto, I got it. But then it was also dope because all the other characters, I was like, oh, that's my man from the other episode.
Yeah.
He's like, yep, see, he's still there. He has a child. And it's like, all right, cool. But other than that, I don't know shit.
So Naruto,
I just know niggas want smoke and smoke is happening. That's all I know.
Just describe Killer B. Just describe Killer B. That's
so,
it.
So Sasuke shows up, right? He's the dude that like Naruto's trying to find the whole series. The whole series is a bromance going on, right?
Okay, Sasuke.
But Sasuke. Yeah. Sasuke. Every episode, this nigga's crying about this dude. It's like, yo, like, all right, sus. But still,
He don't want you, man.
he don't want you in your life. Like, he's like your brother who's long gone. Like he's lost to the streets. But
That's
you like,
so
but you're
funny.
like, I gotta save him. I can save him. But you
save
can't. You can't. He's killed people, Naruto. He's killed people. He needs to be put away.
It's the only way he knows how to live.
No, you don't understand.
You're
We
my
the same-
brother.
we my
We're
brother.
not related. Get out of my face.
But we live close, though.
So this nigga has been successfully evading Naruto the whole series, right? So he's a badass, right? And he joins these like group of people who are trying to capture like people, and they're like, "Yo, you gotta capture Killer B. He's got the 8 tails in him. He's got a demon in him, just like Naruto."
We've heard nothing of this village. Up until
Nothing,
this point. You've
nothing,
heard
right?
Nothing of this village. Up
But he's
until
like,
this
"Yo, go capture this dude.
Yeah.
Bring him back. You're a badass. We've seen you for 400 episodes whooping niggas' ass."
Yeah.
Shows up, you meet this dude. All you see is just the dude with blonde cornrows, all right, bandana, like kind of, I don't know, was he breakdancing a little bit? He's he's writing.
Like a rhythm.
He's got a rhythm, right?
He's always writing. He's always freestyling.
Anytime he's about to appear,
He's always making that rap music.
because anytime he's about to appear, there's a DJ scratch, like every time he pops out.
And then he's like hand gestures and shit.
He's like, yeah, yo,
But
right?
The ill part about him, why I'm saying like they had to roll it out right, because that character was ill. Like it was. I don't see him as a black character. I just see him as like an ill character because he had like 8. He did an 8 sword style.
8 sword style, right? So yeah, like he basically they come in to get him.
See, he's like, I want to see this.
Yeah, because
He coming to get him.
It sound type dope. Though.
No,
It's like
so they come in to get him, right? Sasuke's got a sword. He's like, all right, I'm gonna kill you. This dude whips out 8 swords from his back, puts 1 in each of his joints, does like a praying mantis style thing, and then breakdance fights the entire time. He's like spinning and moving,
When they show
juggling
head,
swords.
he's
Like it's
he's just on one foot. Like
he's
one in the
on
back
one
of his
foot.
neck, one's in his lap, one's on
Yeah.
his neck, one's in his armpit.
Yeah,
and he just starts.
and he
He just started
juggling.
going. They juggling. It's fucking insane. So it's like the race shit. When
Whoops
it's done,
this dude's
when
ass.
it's done right, you just look past it. Bleach has a black character. He's blind. And he got dreadlocks. He got purple dreadlocks.
Yeah. Oh, and the chick, there's a cat chick who's blonde.
That
too.
was so weird.
It was weird.
That was so weird. There was a
But-
cat. My fault. What you about to say?
that
Yeah.
chick that was blood.
No.
Yeah.
So
Right.
there was a cat the whole series that talked like a guy, and then you find out it's just she was just hiding. It was a woman hiding, and then it was just a ninja lady with purple hair.
I'm just thinking about the whole thing. Like I'm really bouncing this black anime idea against the wall. Because it looks like
You gotta be done right, man.
it got to be done right. But I'm just saying, let's say all the characters are black, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the hair could be any, like it could be black, yellow, orange,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's your
like,
style, whatever that.
You know
is.
what? You know what always stopped me from it though?
Yeah.
What?
It's just like niggas would never go into no situation like this.
Of what? Of like.
Any type of anime thing was just like video games. Like nigga, I'm not fighting nothing. Like how do you get out of this game?
Well, that's what the story's for. You gotta
Yeah.
make it. You gotta listen. Brother cut his tail off. He got caught slipping out here. You know. Then his neighborhood was about to get gentrified, and they brought out the hidden cloud. Now they hiding. They don't know about the buildings. So
But the
now
thing
what
is, they
he's
were
doing-
only looking out for themselves. Like
See?
half the
Look,
time.
you were-
See?
Stay woke, brother.
I'm dribbling.
It just gotta be done right. Man.
Oh,
That's
man.
the only thing for
It's
me.
gotta
You
be.
It has
Although-
to be done. It has to be done delicately and respectfully.
Although
The
and
there's
closest thing we had to it, the closest thing we had was Yu-Gi-Oh! when they did the arc, when they went back in time to
He was
Egypt.
Egyptian. He was Egyptian though, right?
They went back in time, and then it was a bunch of like brown people, but essentially these niggas was all just running around Egypt playing spades with each other for the fate of the world.
Look, they were playing a different mythical card game. You got to know what
looking
you
at
want
it.
to play.
Yu-Gi-Oh is pretty black, and then the one dude that was from Egypt, the black dude in the show, he was the nicest dude in the fucking
That's
game.
the black anime.
The spades.
Spades. You know, you put it down, and then like you're cutting different cards, and then the cards come up, and then someone reneges, and that's like the story of the one guy who reneged, and he's never allowed to play spades anymore. And he wants to play.
If you've seen a match of spades, which we have recently, it is an anime. It is.
People have their own decks.
There's betrayal. There's loss. There's somebody's dad dies.
Almost so Ibrahim. You know Ibrahim Khalid.
Yeah, shout out to Ibrahim.
I almost told Ibrahim. He was like, he said, you know the logo I got for my podcast. He was like, I think I'm gonna put that on shirts. I wanted to tell him like, yo, you should put that on playing cards, man.
Hard. Oh, that's hard.
I'm like, put it on playing
You gotta
cards,
put
though.
that.
Yeah.
Dude, you put that on playing cards.
That's
You put
merch right there.
Yeah.
Playing cards, dominoes. What other games you like? Any games or like a checker? Like if you're doing checkers with two different colors.
If you can convince them, it's a reach.
Oof.
Monopoly.
Oh my God.
Or maybe Connect Four.
That'd be.
Connect.
They gotta be the same suit. Don't be ridiculous. I see you got the suit over there in the Connect Four.
Oh wait, what about
Connect Ibrahim. It goes down, nigga. We got it, nigga. What do you?
Each ship just says like a super Muslim like motivational thing.
Oh,
Power, respect, educated,
Equality. And then you just like
legacy.
Yo.
Oh, nigga, just give niggas adjectives, man. Just whatever you got. Affable. You just don't add adjectives.
Articulate. Oh man.
Oh shit, man. Yeah, man. This is a nerdy ass podcast. Oh, this nerd we talking about.
That's what I'm saying, nigga. It's just like, damn, I'm a fucking nerd. My boy Vine, he just moved over here from Virginia. Yeah. That nigga, he said he didn't even text. This nigga sent me a voice recording. He was like, nigga. He said, there's some bad joints around here right now. I'm thinking like he's somewhere in the city.
Yeah.
And he in the city doing something. I'm like, where you at? He was like, nigga at BlurredCon. He was like, I said, nigga, there's some bad girls out here. I was like,
Tanisha letting them yams out. And she got that Chun-Li costume on. I was like, yo.
Nigga, she wearing one piece? Get over here. Get over here, nigga. One piece
I
is
ain't
the
gonna
bar.
lie. When I was at the I went to New York Comic Con, there was a girl in a cami from Street Fighter outfit.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cheating.
Ass was just
That's
out.
cheat.
That was the shit that was just like, yo.
It's like
This
I
is-
appreciate this on so many levels.
Yeah, I do.
Because it's a good cami.
Yeah.
It's a good cami.
Very made me uncomfortable because she did not want to be there at all. She did
What?
not.
She didn't want to.
She did not want to be there. Just like around all these just weird ass niggas just staring at. And I was just like, whoo.
See, I think that's the other thing too, because those girls want to come out, but they also want to be like, yo, let me come out, dress like Cammy in the group.
There you go.
I want to enjoy some of this stuff. Just be cool.
Yeah.
Let me chill.
She was just out.
But then
there.
them mouth breathers be coming out and you just be like,
you dressing like
Kids
Cammy.
be wanting to take pictures all the time.
Like,
Yeah.
but then also.
And I'm
we gotta
fine.
talk about
Don't
that.
get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
We gotta take the pictures. I got an Instagram too. I got followers. I might not have a blue check, but I got followers.
You know about the black nerd.
And I know how to get a
cosplay
spike in
pages?
my likes. I know how to get a spike in some
I
likes.
get a spike in my likes. Why you think I come outside? Spike in my likes.
You seen
Hashtag spike in my likes. Donate to me now.
the black nerd cosplays?
Nah.
They got their Instagram account.
Oh my
They
god.
got their Instagram
Yep.
account.
I've seen a few, and I was like, dang, like
It's crazy.
it's also a thing of like there's like, even just like in a sense of like gamers, like there's so many like dope gamer girls who like really play games, but are also just like bad, and you're like, oh, this is just dope. This is just like dope on two different levels.
Yeah.
Like
It's,
she's nice though.
Chanel Ali.
Chanel Ali?
She had for me listening to other comic sets. All I got here is one thing. I was like, oh, you definitely have dabbled in this stuff a little bit. She has a joke where she's talking about her brother, and I think they had to share like Crash Bandicoot or something like that.
Yeah.
The fact that she just dropped that, and I was like, oh, hell yeah.
You got a little bit.
Janelle James?
Oh, yeah. She said she played Street Fighter.
Yeah, she got like a whole Street Fighter bit, and I'm like, dude, this is dope. And when I saw it, I was like, she gets it.
She said the joke she has was about her dad, like a Hulk Hogan. I was just like, damn, that's dope. That's like my father, like the way he talks about the old school like karate flicks and shit.
Yeah.
Or like just like literally I would watch Beast Wars with my father.
Oh man, you need to like incorporate the way that I know it's not a stand-up podcast, but the shit is like with stand-up that's I feel like is so hard and also fun is like you want to kind of get those kind of stories, but you don't. There's so much to grab from. Like, which one?
It's for one. It's so many layers to it. It's just like y'all don't understand. My father wasn't a nerd. This nigga sold crack. That's what don't make any sense. Like when you see him, he be like, it's.
I'm on the corner selling Yu-Gi-Oh. That's just how hard call it Yu-Gi-Oh.
He from Jersey, so he be like, he be like, nah. What's the nigga
Flipping
with the one?
flip.
Dark Magician? Yeah. Nah. I like him. He cool.
I think it's a lot of for them. I feel like it's like they like the style of shit.
It's a
because it's like when they would watch because like I remember brothers always loved those long like sensei coats where you could like wrap your hands and stuff. Like just the style of that shit is great. So you're like, the Dark Magician looked dope. It was like this trench coat.
For him, it was
crooked hat. Like
it was heavy action shit.
He was a pimp.
It was for a birthday. It was the
He was at the Players Ball. You know he would have been at the Players Ball.
We went to Walmart and I got it was 2 big ass Transformers and like they combine with each other too. So I was extra hyped that day. But he was like he dropped some shit on me. He was like, oh snap, all right. He was like, Optimus Prime, Autobots, Decepticons. I'm like, what the hell you know about this? He was like, nigga, I was watching this when I was a kid.
You're like, oh,
yeah, I was like, all right, nigga.
So you were G-checked about your father at first, like, oh, what you know about this?
Yeah, he was like, nigga, what the fuck you mean when I know about this? I am this little nigga.
Now go out here and sell these drugs.
I'm first generation. Now pick up this work for me real quick.
It's just last so niggas was black before they nerds. I be nerding about this shit with my cousin all the time.
Yeah, but it's also like even like the nerdum, it's like you're not just you're black nerds and you're also just nerds. You know what I mean? So it's like you can know y'all both know so much of all these different things, but then when you put that blackness, it's like how do you how do you
ain't just anime, nigga. It ain't just anime.
Yeah. It's all.
I grew up on TV, goddamn it.
Yeah,
we all.
Well, that was the thing. I always
TV's
felt like we were
holy
all
grail for me.
TV raised. All of us were all TV raised. We all just kind of like
from
sat in front of a tube and
70s to damn near the early 2000s.
Kendrick talked about that shit.
So much, really?
Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, well, he has that. He has. Yeah, well, he had one of his mixtapes. He had a song called Cartoons and Cereal.
Oh, with Gunplay.
Yeah. And they did an interview on that on like some YouTube thing, and he was just talking about like how he would just sit, eat a bowl of Fruity Pebbles, and like just vibe out. And they asked him like, what shows you watch? He watched Power Rangers, watched all this shit, and it's like, yeah, that's what every dude did. And then somewhere they just was like out in the hood, and they're like, oh, I can't talk about this. I gotta play ball.
That wasn't.
Or I gotta do whatever. It just wasn't
first. That wasn't first on it. I remember my boy Jamar told me he almost got with like the other like popular athlete chick, like the baddest girl, like one of the baddest girls in school, but like she stayed quiet, like, stayed low, wasn't really out there, nothing like that. But like got her attention because he dropped that he watched Avatar: Last Airbender.
That's crazy.
And she definitely, I think she got like
kind of sparked like, oh,
that's what we were talking about before.
Like, what after that? He said
low key black women do watch. Black women, Latino women watch anime.
Remember I told you for Oak City, I stayed with my old teacher.
Yeah,
she just like gave me the keys to a spot, and like her daughter like just took me there, and like I just mentioned anime, and she was like, "Yeah, I used to watch Bleach." I was just like, I would have never because they so oriented was just like school first. Money right, they would like first ones fill out applications and shit like that for like colleges and stuff. Grades are always right. He was like, yeah, I watch anime.
But it's also like if you don't even see like personality wise, like if they feel like the type of person who would, you know what I mean? It's like, what does that even? Well, like if I said because I know it's like, well, what does that person look like? But if somebody was just like, yo, you know, she watches this, she'd be like, word. Like I
That happened a couple times with like a bunch of people. It was I had this white girl burn me a copy of the Rurouni Kenshin soundtrack. A bunch of Japanese yelling. Excuse me, a bunch of Japanese
that was a
singing.
signal. That was a signal.
That is
son.
the challenge for white women.
Yeah,
Burn me the music of this Japanese artist.
First of all, she gets credit for burning a CD.
Yeah.
I didn't ever seen a white person.
It was like
in my life.
like sixth grade niggas. Yeah, she said she got in trouble for that shit. I was like, whatever. Let me
she
get that
did.
CD. Yeah.
That's right. You gotta earn your stripes.
$5.
How down are you? You ready to get in trouble for this? You ready to get in trouble for this CD?
Nah, I was lucky. I had two Vietnamese chicks that went to my school.
Oh man.
Yeah, so like I had somebody I could go to and talk to, and then it was a Japanese dude that went to my school. That I knew enough about shit that I could ask him about certain shit. I'll catch him off guard.
Was your school? Did you have a lot of black kids in your school?
Not really. It wasn't many. It was a real small school.
A few. There was like I was in that area where they kind of like transported a bunch of kids from from that rough side, and they're like, oh, let's give them a chance type deal.
Yeah.
And we mixed up.
I mean,
and
it worked.
Cool.
They gave you a chance.
No, they gave you a chance. Yeah, they gave you a chance. Oh yeah, it worked.
Thank God.
It worked. It worked.
Keep them up the street and in front of the television.
Yeah.
You know the game, guys.
Yeah.
You know the drill.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It sucked because then like I went to the night school, but I still went home to the hood. So it was like it was like they didn't quite trust me. They didn't quite trust me. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, I'm with y'all. And like, no, you not, nigga.
Actually,
Like
I've been thinking about shit like that. Well, it's just like yo.
because I was lucky enough. I got a decent education because I went to a better school district, but we still went home to the hood.
The government,
I still got
the government
So
couldn't-
fucked, bro.
They tried to stop it, but like you couldn't.
They
because
couldn't stop
like
it.
they tried to point like the programming on TV, the music and
Yeah.
shit like that. But it's just like you said, we still had to go back to the hood. Since there
had
only
to,
was so
bro.
many black people in my class,
Yeah.
we had to all fuck with each other. So like I know how to talk differently to different people.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest shit too.
I
Like,
know how
when
to.
you go over and
You
you're
know,
like,
you know how to hang out.
But then when you see, you're only like, ah,
Yeah.
You know how to hang out with niggas that sell drugs and shit.
Yeah.
I also want to say
Yeah.
thank you again for having me here. Like when I tell you I'm having fun, I'm relaxed.
Nigga,
You don't see podcast niggas just be like laid back and
No,
just
you.
talking shit. I'm chilling right
I'm
now.
telling
Turn
you,
that into a
man.
lounge chair.
Yeah.
I
Nah,
dig it.
man.
No.
I can't wait to get
This-
more people and just talk about other shit.
This shit is like, this is gonna be such a big deal if y'all keep with it and keep like, this is gonna
That's the
be.
plan.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Yeah.
That's the plan.
Oh, y'all gonna be killing these niggas. You gonna be killing. It's gonna.
You should have seen me once I did hit. Like, nigga, I bought a domain name.
This nigga put out all the stuff.
Like I gotta lock it down.
I'm like,
He called me
I'm
up. He's like, I might have gone too far, but I locked down a Twitter. I locked down. I was like,
I
no,
forgot I
that's
did
fun.
Twitter.
Nah.
I
That's
bought a
dope.
domain lockdown on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's
Twitter.
dope.
Yeah, you gotta know, like you
Everything.
got the keys. You, like you know what I mean. It's
I was
like,
like,
you
nigga-
driving out. You
Go.
driving cool.
Nigga,
I'll
what?
ride shotty. I'll
Nigga,
ride
I will buy a
Hashtag-
webcam tomorrow.
I'm already like 12 posts deep in the hashtag right
Yeah.
now, man. That's it. Negro Jump, baby.
It's
What's
like
up?
Negro
there's,
Jump.
There's 3 episodes out, right? But I feel like there's just a plethora of episodes.
Oh no,
out.
we got
Just
we
with-
got
just
what 2 or 3 in the bank?
two-
Yeah.
Two or
Yeah,
three
we
But
got
I'm
that for
saying,
him.
like, just right now,
Oh, yeah.
with what's like out and the way you guys are running with it, I'm like, oh, this already looks like they've been doing it.
The
And
fact
that's
that we-
the funny and scary thing too, because people be like, "Oh yeah, I know you're doing that thing." And you're like, "No, we just started it." You're saying it like they're gonna be looking at it like, "Oh, you've been doing this forever." And it's like, "No, we just go so hard. You thought that you must have missed the bus."
Yeah.
And I think we just leaving. Get on the bus, please. We don't got no money. Cut to outside. We're in a new location. We still have no money. Cut to Bermuda. All right, guys, really seriously, we have no money.
We gonna
We're
invest
out
in a
here
green
with-
screen. Get us a green screen.
Green screens and shit.
Yeah, all you need is the green
Have Mount
screen.
Fuji in the background.
Yo,
You see what that is over there? You see that?
call it a
See, you know,
shoji?
you know what that's called?
what's this show?
It's called a shoji. I had to do my research because I already knew the layout I wanted for the podcast. I was like, I don't know where to get Japanese sliding doors. But I know something that looks just like it.
Yeah.
Remember, we got an episode coming out. Well, by the time this comes out, it'll be out. But we did one with Marv Glover. And the first thing he's like, "It's a long time coming." It's like, "Nigga, we just started." It's a long time coming. You know what I mean?
Mom
I'm
stay
just-
on 10, man.
He stay on.
Yo, when we were he one of them dudes. He one of them dudes that he just
Nigga, that's the first episode.
he
What?
but he knew exactly what to do. So
Yeah.
we got started. It was like, all right, today we got We got New York community. He's like, come on, man. You know what it is, man. You know what it is, man.
He went right in it.
Look directly in the camera.
He's like, come on, man. He's like, come on, baby. You know I'm out here, man. You know I'm out here, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it's short.
He went all the way.
Because he knew exactly. He knew. I like the fact that like when dudes tell me something about it, they know exactly what it is. It's one of those things I had a hard time explaining. I was like, no, we're not talking about it. We're not just talking about it. And then they watch it, they're just like, oh,
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, nigga, pull up.
Because you don't know what to buy. But that's the thing. It's like, we kicking it too. All right,
niggas is still, niggas still weird about it. That's the new homophobia shit. That's the anime.
It's anime shit.
It was like, nah, niggas was like, I ain't really into that shit. Like, nah, but you are.
Nigga, this shit with anything now, with a microphone now, this shit is. I feel like you talking to the feds. Like, well, what we talking about? Where you need? How much I need to know?
That shit happened.
What I gotta do? That's why I be in the house. I'm like, now when I come out, I'm coming out to murder every time.
I forgot her name. There was a comic at a show. We hanging out. It was me and Paul hanging out with this other comic, and she was talking about getting a bunch of black people together doing D&D. Me and Paul was just like, nah, I don't do that D&D. I don't do that. You want me to use my imagination, nigga? Hell nah. Fuck out of here with that imaginary shit. I don't do that shit.
You gotta take notes and shit.
Want me to pretend to stab a nigga? No, I'm not gonna roll the dice.
What the fuck is that, nigga?
Okay. So I got a master now.
Oh yeah.
I got a master now, and I'm in the dungeon.
So I can be a dark elf, but I got a master.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
That's fine.
I'm just a dungeon nigga. I heard of field niggas and slave niggas, but now I'm a dungeon nigga. Okay, you want to put us together now? All right, cool. Oh, the Demogorgon? Oh, you mean the man? What? Oh, you want to talk about my party? We the Black Panther Party. Respect my party as such.
Got you rolling dice like voodoo bones.
We just do a campaign of Black Panther Party going through Middle Earth.
Yo.
Got fucking Huey Riley leading.
It's a campaign of a slave uprising. That's literally all we do.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Black Panther
Huey
Party.
uses confusion.
Yo, how about this?
Because he was trying to fight this bullshit. And now he's in it. Go.
He's like, I want to have sex with the daughter. Roll for initiative.
I figured out the anime. I figured out the anime.
Right.
Okay. So take the concept of Fate Zero. There's an anime. It's super long, but
Fate Zero.
Cool.
Refresh. Remember, I know exactly.
Fate Zero is literally it's a world of like magic and stuff. You got wizards and shit like that. There's different houses of wizards, and every like year there's the war for the Holy Grail. Okay. And whoever gets this, you can have whatever wish you want. Now, all the people that are participating, you have a hero of legend from somewhere in the past. So Fate Zero, I think it's the first or second in the series, but they got King Arthur, but it's actually like a woman, and she has Excalibur and shit like that. Okay. Alexander the Great's in it. What was Lancelot? You find out he's a secret character, later
like a lot of like the Knights of the Round type shit.
Gilgamesh.
Okay, so everybody kind of like from that story.
Yeah, you're a sorcerer and you summon. You don't know who you're getting.
Yeah.
But they're in a certain class, so there's like archer.
Like a mage.
Sword, stuff like rider and stuff like that. Yeah. So do that, but it's an anime, and it's a bunch of kids. Mm-hmm. It's just like it's futuristic. We need help. We're still getting oppressed. Let's go back and get black figures in history. Let's go get Malcolm X.
Summon.
Wow.
Summon Frederick Douglass.
Let's go get Huey. Let's go get the real Nat Turner.
Wow.
Let's go get Nat Turner. Let's go turn up real quick.
Summon George Washington Carver, but he's in a mech suit made out of peanuts. He made a Gundam.
Summon? Because when you first summon, he just throws a peanut at you.
He's got a Gundam.
He comes back. Flying around.
The black woman that made the traffic light. All of them.
Creamy,
all
nigga.
of them.
Who put chocolate in the peanut butter?
Oh my God, that is so stupid. That's so good, man.
Nah, come on, man. Harriet Tubman? What?
Oh.
How you go back?
Because you know she was a shooter, too. She was a shooter, yo. She had.
Go get young Coretta.
Young Coretta. That's like Toon Link, a young Coretta. It's like a different style of play, but the same kind of general idea. I got it. I'm with it.
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You get that?
Oh,
Get that shit?
man.
Yeah, do some shit like that.
Man.
Get the first nigga that was a samurai in Japan.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh man,
Get him.
that would be really.
That's how you
fucking
do it.
dope.
You make it.
See,
You
like,
just make it fun. That's
you gotta.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
the only thing.
Don't go too crazy with that's the.
It just got to be fun because like depending on what you do, you know you're gonna have a group of black people who not gonna like it regardless.
At
like
all.
That's
like so that's how it's gonna be if you summon Harriet Tubman. Word, like
yeah.
you're like nigga, it's a Harriet Tubman.
whatever.
Like we don't know how this is gonna be.
I just
I'm
found
sorry, not 1-to-1 on the ratio comedy.
I just found out there's a graphic novel called Harriet Tubman Demon Slayer.
Yo, how about
I just found out about that.
Like, is it like comic book style? Like, it's a graphic novel, not
graphic.
It's a graphic
yeah.
novel. I can't fucking. I think his name is David Crosum. I think is the writer or something of it. But I'm just thinking because like I met him working on like some shit we were doing. He was telling me about like he was about to say he was like, "Yo, I'm doing this thing," and I was like, "What?" And he explained it to me, and I was like, "Yo, that shit sounds dope as fuck." But what?
Yeah.
And then like a year or two later, you see this shit, like, oh, that shit's hard. That shit's hard. Like that's like it's also like
It throws me
How
off.
do you-
Sometimes you don't know how
I
people's-
need to read it though. I was like,
I haven't read it yet, so
I
it's
can't,
like
I can't judge it because I was
People's
like,
brains
this
are cooking.
sounds.
You know what I mean?
it sounds crazy. The art looks dope.
It looks good.
So it's like one of those things where like it's like fucking coming to Dead Crow. Like I gotta really sit down and see this
Yeah.
and make an honest. So
Let
like,
me
if
not
I don't
judge
like
it. Yeah.
Like I'm not because it could be dope. And I don't want to hate. I'm not a hater. I refuse to be. I want to go with the facts.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I'm a hater on some shit, like I could just admit that I'm a hater, but I can't be like an uninformed person and be like, "Oh, I hate that shit."
I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened with Blade. I was talking to Vaughn about this.
What?
But is Blade started out as a comic book. But
Yeah.
like the way when I see it, I mean, it's too late now because I've seen the movie so many times. So by the time I've seen the other iterations of it, was like the '90s Spider-Man cartoon in it. I was just like, that's whack. That's not Blade.
Yeah.
And then I see the comic book, and then like it fit the time, but I was like, there was no way you can sell this to me without putting like live action and really showing like this is a nigga fighting vampires.
Was that like a
Yeah.
rated R
Messy
joint
as
too,
it-
or was that?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
that was the thing too, because it was like that was early when they were still like, okay, we need to make the movies. I don't want to say realistic, but we got to make this story as look realistic as possible.
You gotta be able to sell it, yeah.
If you got
For
Wesley
our
Snipes-
audiences,
yeah.
we can't as Americans, we can't really fuck with the weird shit that Japan throws
Yeah.
over, or even comic book shit. Like we can't
I think we
mainstream
we're trying
America.
to.
We're trying to now, but yeah.
I was just watching y'all watch Stranger Things at all?
yeah,
I haven't watched
yeah.
any.
I watched the new season.
Well, without giving too much away, it's like there's some like shots and things in the new season. I'm like, oh, they're actually trying to go for like kind of sci-fi horror for real. Like this is not like a kids show, like how I always took it. Like, oh, some stupid little.
They
kids
stepped
show.
it up. They did step it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like
It's about like I thought season 2 was trash. I was like, never.
There's-
again.
there's-
Compared to the first one, season.
First one was hard. Season
Yeah.
2 was like,
Scary.
get the
Season
fuck out of
one,
here.
it's like, yeah.
Season 3 went back up to the season 1 vibe, where it's like,
Okay.
oh, okay, we got some stakes.
yeah.
Niggas is getting what they need.
There's
to get.
there's some like
Yeah.
straight up like people are killing people type shit. Where
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it's not
like-
as cushioned.
Like
little bit,
remember in season 1 when you just lost Barb and you was like, man, they gonna bring her back, man. It's Netflix, man. Nah, it's gonna be the next episode. He gonna
And then the boy is still missing. in
Yeah,
the I was
and-
just
yeah.
like, wow, this is.
Gone.
Yeah, they
sad.
real. They real.
Yeah.
These white people are crazy.
Yeah, and then the white mom was like, I'm not fucking crazy. Where's my son?
But no
Yo.
matter, give me my son. I was like, yo,
It's yo. I feel as a black person, anytime you show like a white person like legit that level of just madness on screen, I'm like, finally, be yourself. Like she's like, give me my fucking something like that. That's how my mom would talk if I was missing.
Yeah.
We ain't got nothing to talk about. Gift me.
I just watched Us with like.
Oh man.
I'm still confused. I'm gonna watch it again.
Hold on, did you see Us?
I have not.
Oh
I'm
man.
watch it again. But
I'll send you. Send me your email address.
Got that torrent? Got that torrent? Yeah.
I mean, hey, Jordan, love you, man, but just cite sometimes. The people need the message. You already got the knowledge.
But like, all right, nigga. So when you did this and this, was this what you was going for?
That's how it feels with the movie, though.
It won't spoil anything.
Okay.
It was a scene on the beach where like the son like wanders off, or the older daughter's supposed to be watching him, and then mom just immediately just like says the name twice and then just loses it after that. That she's like, I don't give a fuck. Where is he at? Where is he at? Where, like, just yelling for, I forgot what his name is, like yelling for him. It's just like, you don't do that. I'm just like, yeah, that's what my mother do. Yeah, I did that before, and I got fussed the fuck out.
When she finds you, whoo. Yeah. And she gonna tell you she love you at the end of it.
The shit is so crazy. I'm watching it for real. I'm watching it, and I'm like, is this trauma? You know what I mean? Like she's blacking out on dude, and I'm like, oh, I've had that conversation many a time.
Yeah.
Where it's not a conversation, but it's factual. Of like, yo, don't leave. And you watching the movie, and you know why you don't fucking leave.
Yeah, because
you see why. You see why it's that. Do y'all watch Legion? No.
It looked cool.
Nobody's watching. It's just me and Dylan Stevenson. Shout out to Dylan. He don't watch Legion.
It's just us two. What happened? I heard about it. I was like, that sounds interesting. That's when it was still. It's the X-Men. It's the X-Men character.
Oh, it's an X-Men. It's basically this kid David. It's the story of David, who is the son of Charles Xavier. Who they never talk about ever anywhere. But in the comic books, he's the reason for all the new universes and shit and everything, because he's like the most powerful mutant. Like, he's insanely gifted.
He has like a crate. They don't know how many powers he has, but he has a bunch of them. The thing is, they're all linked to a different personality in his head, so nobody knows the depth of
shit.
So he has multiple powers. Yeah, they all. It's a really mind fuck of a show, and just even like explaining it like that, the multiple personality. That shit's amazing, yo. Well, but you wasn't into it.
It sounds no. It was one of those things. I was like, that's what I was getting to be like, because I watched One Piece. I'm caught up with it. It's almost 900 episodes. Okay. So that takes a lot.
It takes time.
It's so it's like to fit anything in there, it takes a second. Like, I watch all the Marvel stuff.
So is he almost like Split? Like that movie Split, in a way, but except with actual superpowers.
But the thing about it is, it's like I was heavy into like when YouTube was really starting to pop off with like legit like shows. Watch Mojo was my shit.
Okay.
That was one of the first things I seen when they did sponsored content for that show, and I'm like, y'all just turn me off to just all of this shit, because it was like top 10 X-Men characters like you've never heard of before, and Legion was number one. I'm like, what a coincidence. What a fucking coincidence.
New show, Legion.
Yeah, if you gotta force it, then I'm just like, this shit's probably not all of that crit. Like, I just
what season is it on now?
It's third and last season.
Third, okay.
But it was one of the things where like, because now it like, I think I'm in like new level of nerdness, or like in a different version where before you would be in nerdness where somebody would be like, oh, you got to watch this thing. And sometimes you don't know how you would get in touch with this new whatever. But now with the internet, you just hear random shit. So it's like I think my default mode sometimes is like hate on something. I'm like, I've got to see it. Mm-hmm. And then I got to really kind of fight through if it's worth me even trying to like it or not.
Yeah.
And then like with Legion, I was like, well, you know what? If it's Marvel and if it's FX, because I just like the network, I'll give it a shot. And the first episode, I was like, these have some really good shots. It's really like cool the way it's done. But I was like, this is nothing like I've seen on television. The more I watched, I was like, oh, dope. I get it. It's its own show. Like,
FX,
you really got to be.
FX has good TV shows. That's why I didn't downplay it altogether, because they.
If FX says that they fuck with you, it's an automatic like.
It's good. They got a good track record.
They do.
They do.
They got the opposite shit where I think we're like. Where it's like sometimes when you see like there's a new Marvel movie or something coming out, you're like, oh, come on. But like if FX is doing it, it's like just like a TV show. You're like, oh, I'm interested in that. Yeah. But I'm just saying that like as a hater, like
they know how to do drama like well enough. But if you put in that like,
Always Sunny,
I'm a nerd about this, or like at least I like this in particular, they better do it right.
Because they tried.
Yeah.
You remember
Marvel's dope. By the way, I just want to make sure I say that. I don't want to fuck up any Disney money. Potentially or in the future.
There you go.
Great,
Clear it up.
Yeah, industry connects. You know what I'm saying?
We a side scroll. This is not reflective.
Yeah, this is.
You remember all the weird, like random, like TV shows they used to put out? Kind of like what Netflix is now. Was
what,
like
FX or just in general?
Nah, this is like basic TV. There was a moment on WB where specifically there were 3 shows. One of them had the dude from Evil Dead in it. Where he was playing like a pirate hero. It was where there was that, and then there was one where it was 3 women, and it was called Cleopatra 20 something. It was weird. It was very, very weird.
It feels so short-lived.
It was very quick. Well, I was just what the fuck am I watching? This was around the same time when they had a Jurassic Park series on TV.
They did. They had that. Well, it was that era of like, it's like, oh, let's put Men in Black shows on TVs. Yeah.
You know what? It's crazy. That was a great idea for a show, just the wrong time. Because if they would have had a Jurassic Park show on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy. We're just like, oh, we could just use the license and maybe you get Chris Pratt to fly in or some show. You could just show this other island and just kill all these niggas if you want
to.
Just
have one Jeff Goldblum fucking cameo. Done. People be all over it. First episode and then never show him again.
This is a random pitch idea that I had. I'm sharing it with you guys because like I really don't talk the shit too much.
You want to turn the mics off?
No. Because they could do it. I wish they did it.
We'll beep out.
No.
The
game's so free. They get it. You get it. Fucking, I didn't see the Venom movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I swore that they should have approached that shit like Jason, like rated R. It's a slasher horror, and niggas is dying in the whole movie.
They wanted the kids to see it.
And that's the thing. This is not for the kids. Make this a rated R slasher.
He was eating people though.
But you know what? You know how I'm saying it. Like make that shit look like, oh my god, like blood. Make this yes.
Disbodiment.
Make it so bad you be like, yo, I don't even want Spider-Man to see this motherfucker in the movie. You know what I mean? Like put that. That's him to have that
fear
shit.
of Venom.
I feel that would have been like you see what I'm saying. Like I feel like that would have made that shit hard.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt about when because I remember talking about this last year with somebody. Another fucking nerdy nigga that grew up in the hood. Yeah. We were saying like, oh, they making another Spider-Man movie. Who they gonna make the villain? And I was like, yo, I want to see. He said Craven. I was like, either Mysterio or Craven. Or no, he said Morbius. I said Mysterio Craven. Or Craven.
Yeah.
With Mysterio or Craven, you can do some survival.
You can do some real shit.
Because that movie that got
Manhunt.
Hopefully,
you can basically do Manhunt.
Hopefully they didn't cancel it. I still want to see that new Mutants movie that's supposed to be coming out.
Oh yeah, where they're like
it's a horror X-Men movie.
Yeah, and they're much. Like in like I think they're either in an asylum. Like it looked man. That's the shit where I'm into now, where it's like because it's like there's all those mainstream characters. Like I was an X-Men fan just because of the TV show, right? Yeah. I wasn't like the comic book head guy. I was like watching TV shows, and so now it's like. When they put out certain X-Men or Marvel movies, like I'm into it just because I'm like I know the story, so I just want to see if it looks good and see if it follow it. Yeah. But now I'm just like, all right, I'm done. Like, okay, Captain Marvel's cool. That's not really my bag. Like, I just want to see the dopest stories you can tell with these X-Men characters.
Yeah.
Like new mutant shit. Okay, cool. Yeah. If you're gonna show me a Venom, this is kind of how I want to see that story. If he's supposed to be like that, the same way. Like, here's the other part of the idea. I thought it would be a thing of Venom is around and they're trying to find Venom and it's like a monster movie where he's killing people, but you don't really see Venom until the end of the movie, right? That's what
they say they're doing with Spawn, kind of.
Are they bringing Spawn back again?
They said the most I heard, they said Jamie Foxx was Spawn, and they were doing it. They said they were doing it like. I wouldn't mind seeing it because after he did,
I fuck with Jamie Foxx.
After he did Electro, well, I'm just like, I don't know why people are complaining about this. I'm like, this is not that bad.
I didn't like his Electro, yo.
It's not bad. I'm like, it's Jamie fucking Foxx. He's out of his element. He's usually just a funny dude, but just to have him a serious villain. Yeah. To me, I was like, it wasn't that bad.
I think he like played him a little too serious when he was just the scientist. When he was a scientist and he was like a little like in love with Peter or whatever, I think he played that too hard. So when he changed into the thing, I was like, now you just look insane, and I don't believe this like But I fucking love Jamie Foxx.
I took it.
Yeah.
They said it was gonna be some like a detective trying to find Spawn, that type of shit.
That's hard.
I think that's what I heard.
Let Jamie do whatever Jamie wants.
So like
to do.
Spawn's like he's like the Jaws. Like it's like they don't show him until.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. They've done shit like that before, right?
Yeah, I don't like. I think what needs to happen is like, instead of looking at, I think like when you have certain brands, you like expect it always to be accessible for everybody, and I think we need to kind of get back to like nah, this is for like adults. You know what I mean? Like this is like this is rated R type shit where like I look at the success of Deadpool. It's like if you were gonna do that PG Deadpool, it's like yeah, sure, we could do the Deadpool of Christmas where we just recut the movie and re-edit scenes, but like the purest shit, go R.
Yeah.
Go fucking make it a movie where like you're like holy.
There are
fuck.
enough adults to fill the seats. Don't try to get every.
And if they got a thing where like yo, like real shit, if it's a movie where people are like yo, you saw that shit, and you could only see it in the theater, you'd be like, all right, we gotta go see that. It's like when Us first came out, not Us, Get Out, and it was just like yo, you see that shit, and people didn't want to spoil it, but they were like yo, you gotta.
Well, I mean,
you gotta catch it.
It's like it was such a good rollout because you see the trailer and you're just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like first time I watched the trailer, I was like, I don't even know what this is. It was that and Fury Road. I was like, I can't tell. I don't know anything about the story, but it's like I'm going to go see this fucking movie.
This shit look good.
Yeah. I randomly went to go see it. It was this one I lived right down the street from that
movie theater.
On Kerr in Wilmington.
I can't wait till you have Jordan Peele on this podcast.
You think Jordan Peele's gonna?
Yeah, I think
the most I ever thought about. I had talked to somebody and I believed them because it was too specific of a connection. Where they were like, their brother knows Zach, the first Black Ranger from Power Rangers. I'm like, that's a very specific one, and I definitely believe you for that. I was like, you're not gonna just tell me that just because I'm talking to you about nerd shit.
Yeah, that's a real, but that's like a shot that y'all could.
That would be that and for right now Wesley would be. If I could sit down and talk to Wesley Snipes, I'd fucking be done. I'd be done.
He seems like he would vibe. He seems like he would vibe
He's
out.
just mad chill. Come on. His fucking. I'm sorry that we went somewhere else from.
Yeah. No. I like this. I like this type of talk.
Fucking Wesley Snipes. I didn't give him too much credit. He kind of just like faded away. So I started thinking about it. They put Blade 1 and 2 on Netflix last year for Halloween.
You don't know.
And that shit just triggered so much. And like now I talk about I'm like when I first seen that it was on bootleg with my father, like during the afternoon.
You know, I know
he's watching that shit at like 4 years old.
You know he's a nerd. You know he's nerd, or at least is like in there because he knows karate. Like he knows he's a martial artist. He knows. Yeah. You know he's
him and Michael J. White.
Yeah.
Michael J.
Oh, did you see that Demolition Man pinball machine that's in Creek?
Nigga, I took a picture of that. Yo, I will steal that shit. Rebecca, I never met you, but better lock the doors. I haven't met her. I'm rarely over at Creek. I'm rarely over at Creek. I had good things about it. Yeah. I had good things about it. Yeah. But I walked in and I seen that shit. I'm like, nigga, what?
Yeah, that's a different level.
Who got a dollar? Yo, come on, man. Demolition Man. Yo, so if that's out there, that has to be a Blade.
Oh, I'm
positive.
I
haven't seen.
Yeah, I'm positive there's a Blade.
I have to.
Yeah.
You would have. I mean, like those are like, man.
They made a pinball machine for everything. Everything.
Gosh, man.
Yeah. It'll be
let the little ticker comes up when it says you score. Like suckheads. I didn't realize that nigga had catchphrase. He had the one-liners. Like that was a straight up action movie with a black guy in it, and it was a '90s action movie with a black guy in it. It holds up to this day.
I mean, Blade, like also the first like Marvel trilogy of a movie.
Yeah.
Completed.
Yeah.
Like
with box office like blockbuster sales. Yeah.
Success. I mean, and the movies hold like you can watch all 3 of them.
3 was trash.
I mean,
3 was but you can
you're not
watch.
gonna enjoy them to say.
Yeah.
Watch all 3.
I watched 1 and 2 all day.
Yeah.
But 3,
That was the one with Ryan Reynolds in it.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds was getting superhero money forever.
Oh my god.
He played he's like, I'm gonna play Deadpool twice.
He's played
actually 3
Green
times.
Lantern.
He'll play him in 2 different ways.
Yeah.
He played Deadpool, Human Torch.
No, he went to that was Chris Evans.
Lantern.
Oh, that's
Green
Chris. I
Lantern.
keep
Yeah,
getting them
yeah.
fucking confused.
They look alike.
Yo, you
They
know
look
how
alike.
good it is to be a white guy actor in Hollywood, where you just playing multiple superheroes.
That does CrossFit.
Yeah. You play Human Torch one time.
Jake Gyllenhaal been waiting for his call the whole time. They was like, "Yo, we got a script called
Yeah.
Nightcrawler." He was like, "I'm with it." All right, you a photographer? Like, nigga, what?
Okay, it says teleportation in page. You're supposed to say that in page 4, but it says camera.
I told you straight X-Men. I'm not taking nothing else.
Oh,
in
is
there.
this a character
man.
like design? Okay, I like it.
Is
Yeah,
this
he's
an
like
origin?
he can teleport, but he's a photographer. I like that. Maybe he does.
I wanna be-
No. You're just a dude from
You're
LA.
just a dude. Fuck, I just want to fucking be in. I want to be in a Marvel.
I need that check.
What character? What character though?
Yeah.
No, no. I think if I did it, it would. I'd be like one of those people who got it off of some obscure shit, where it's like, I found this one character that was like in one book
Whatever
one
you do.
time, but he was light skinned and I kind of look like him, and he has the power of nothing. I'll be that guy.
I just want to see. I want to see more done with Static Shock.
Well, see that's
Oh yeah,
He's too.
that's
he's
my
too
thing.
cool of a character to not do anything.
But I need to know why. I need to know why every like black superhero has electric powers. I need to know why.
He's really fast.
because it's soul
I
power.
need to know.
What's that electricity? That's just soul power.
You ever seen the episode?
But there's two. They all have lightning powers.
Have you ever seen the episode of Static Shock where he meets the first electric superhero before him? His name was Powerline, and he used to ride.
Power line.
So
Do
Static-
things right here all the time.
So Static would ride the trash can lids and shit.
Yeah.
And he would ride the telephone wires. He would just skate. He would surf on them shits. Like
You use public transportation. Go around.
Jesus Christ. They rode trolley cars.
They got a new nigga. His power is just he just has unlimited metro cards. But his power is he don't got to pay for the train.
Oh man.
Not once.
Niggas is just riding trash can covers and riding telephone lines and
Just rig ATM machines and shit.
yeah. Hey, I'm city bike man. He just has a city bike and he just rides around the city with his bike. Don't steal that bike. That's all right. City bike man.
Nah, he take
He wrap you up with bike chains.
Nah, he take the neighborhood watch signs down and rides those.
Fighting gentrification. ride the neighborhood watch down the road, down the street. Oh, look at him. That's rent stabilized, man. Yeah. I'm here to stabilize your rent. You just say the name of the character, just sing it out.
He just reroutes electricity from white neighborhoods.
Nah, he was actually this dude already existed. He was the nigga that was giving people free cable. Just rigging up the fucking.
I'm Dr. Hooker. Because you're the IV, you got to do something new.
He's just passing out black cable boxes.
Yeah,
He just used to work for Time Warner. He just quit one day. He was pissed off.
He was working at Bell Atlantic. That's how long ago it was.
And he won't stop fighting crime until they give him all his benefits. Dr. Hooker.
Just not for nothing big.
Where's
He's
my
just like,
severance package?
I said it. I want it off on Tuesday. He's just giving you free cable.
Oh man, you do the what's the name the revenge movie with the black guy. He just
BIOS is what they want you to have.
he take
See,
he taking out all the
from the
execs.
source.
It's like the Born Identity shit was with a black guy that got fired from a good job.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Oh my god. First scene he gets fired. Second scene he goes on an interview. Third scene to the end, just a great movie. It's an amazing movie.
It's like a Black Punisher or some shit.
My god.
That's essentially what everybody wanted Luke Cage to be, but he just got wrapped up with just helping everybody.
What?
Too much Sweet Christmas.
Could have made. Oh man, yeah, he had one too many. Listen,
What did y'all do to that damn show, man?
Yo, listen.
Too many.
You know how like I never was so mad at my people until in the middle of Luke Cage season 1 when they killed Mahershala Ali. I forgot his character's name.
Cottonmouth.
Motherfucking Cotton. And I was like, yo, this shit is getting good. And they killed him. I was like, yo, they didn't kill him. They couldn't have killed him.
That nigga was dead.
Y'all just took him out the whole show?
And she slammed a nigga head in with the mic stand.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that nigga dead.
I was like, oh, he dead. Okay.
One of the best actors you got on this joint. And
Oh,
you just,
my God.
They couldn't afford him.
That's probably what it
That's
was.
probably what it was. We got you for half a season.
Yeah.
I'm not coming back. Okay, we'll kill you. Just please. Just do half a season.
I'm about to drop Moonlight in a minute, and you know your boy about to
get
get
They
They're about to do movies.
They barely bounced back with Bushmaster.
Listen,
listen.
Because Bushmaster almost got me back because he was unapologetically.
What? What was her name? What was it black? Because it was so authentic. Like it was so. What was her name?
Mariah Lynn.
He was like no.
Mariah Dillon.
He's like Mariah Stokes.
Mariah Stokes.
They were like Mariah Dillon. He said no. Mariah Stokes.
Bumper Clark.
You come up with what's mine. Harlem is mine.
Yo.
It was such a crazy
big man. I was so mad. It was like he was like I was like, oh, this.
And they were really on that like shower posse shit where they showed up. Where it was like, oh, they held up in the compound, bring out the rocket launcher.
Yeah,
we gonna get these niggas.
Which is the most Jamaican thing I've ever seen.
It's they just over the
bring
top.
Out, leave the machete. Bring out the rocket launcher. You have a rocket launcher? Bring it!
And they had the ill ass scene where it's like because he was using the herb.
Oh, to heal up,
yeah. And the girl gave him like that pure extract of it, and that nigga just stabbed that shit in his chest and just went on a one-man rampage.
It's like this nigga
just fucking people up. Yeah. Like Luke Cage will be stronger than him, but he got this nigga pinned up against the wall, just punching the shit out of him.
Nigga juiced up.
Oh man,
juiced. Yeah,
that was a good scene. But then almost, if it wasn't for him, that show would have got ruined because they got Luke Cage doing the dab on that.
Yeah, that's the problem. We all gotta know our limit to where we're at. You know what I mean?
Past
you
the
can't.
dab.
I mean, even be past the dab, but it's also like if you're a superhero and you're talking to the camera after like fighting crime, you're not gonna drop a bar and then dab on me.
Yeah.
Like
that's not authentic.
Maybe
like,
Spider-Man.
At this point.
Maybe Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's hit. He's like a
picture.
Yeah.
Being corny.
Yeah, cause Spider-Man.
Not Luke Cage from Harlem.
Maybe Iron Man. You can see how he do it. He would be poking fun at himself, but the way that he did that dab like he knew how to do it. I feel
like he never did it before. Like
yeah,
like that was how intense he is.
He was like, I never did this move before, but I'm gonna do it like I've done it every day of my life.
One take.
This is gonna be. You better have your cameras ready.
Wow.
Because after I dab, I'm gonna dip. Okay. So you have it recording, and I'm going up there. And he did it, and I never seen a Black Power dab. That's how I felt. That's what it was like. Here. Take that back with you to the bank.
Two fists with it. He's just like, nah.
And I was like, damn, man.
Don Cornelius was supposed to come out. It was just like, this is episode 2 of Luke Cage.
Here with the video board. And they put it, it's Bushmaster. Get my rocket launcher. Remember, blow up the discotheque. Ross Clark.
All right.
Ross Clark. Luke Cage. Luke Cage.
Because we could go,
Mariah
a whole nother hour with this shit. All right.
Whole nother hour on Negro Jump. Get the rocket launcher. This nigga was going to blow up Harlem. Harlem is mine. Get the rocket launcher in the floor.
Oh, my God.
Harlem. You know what
I mean? Man. Anything you want to? I don't know if I'm gonna post this one sooner or not because this one was too much fun. But anything you want to plug?
Plug your cast. Plug handles, things like that.
Oh yeah. You know what? This is the thing I'm doing now. I'm just plugging my my social media. So at Yo Mike Brown for everything. Not sure when this is coming out, but I have on Saturday, July 27th. I have 2 shows. One is at Bell House at 7 p.m. That's a Comedy Outliers.
Nigga, you doing big play back to back?
Man, I mean,
Bell House. I didn't know those on the same day because I was just like, I'm gonna go to both of these right here. I didn't know this on the same day.
You know, when a nigga come out the house, man, you know,
There
you
you go.
gotta
There you go.
you better see me. I give y'all a day.
Put on
I'm just working.
I ain't gonna lie. I was just like,
Put on this Wayne's World hat. You know what it's about.
I don't know if Mike gonna come all the way out to East New York. I don't know if I can get him all the way out.
Oh no. But see, that's my shit. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like when I come out the house, like I'm out. Like I be like, yo, I'm legit happy to be. I'm out the house
because I've been learning how to. You gotta approach certain people certain ways.
I get it, yeah. But it's also a thing like you know like we said like we talk.
Yeah.
In comedy, but also just all that shit. So so Bell House at 7 p.m. and then Super Video Bros is at 10 p.m. There's 2 different shows. So the Comedy Outliers show at 7 is just like a stand-up showcase. Super Video Bros. And Comedy Outliers, I do that with Brandon Collins. And Super Video Bros, I do that with Dylan Stevenson. Basically, we have 3 guests who are usually music journalists, and we play music videos that they liked, and we talk shit about that. And then, you know, we have other things that's cool. We do sketch and shit. But it's a vibe, man. You know, I'm part of the Black Nerd / Geek / whatever collective, just doing dope shit.
It feels weird saying it. Niggas try to say blurred is a thing. I'm like, that's
no, you reach it.
That's the thing. It's just like yo, we all into other shit, and now that you know, like you guys, that's what I'm saying. Like it's such an honor to be here because like you guys are at a time where everyone is going to be able to move and do something with this. Like when you were probably younger, be like, man, I wish there was something. But like now you guys are creating that something. So people, you know, there's going to be like younger people who are going to like look up to you like from this thing. You're going to have people who, but I'm saying like you just got to know because like I know it's
big shoes to fill. We still broke.
I mean, but y'all going to be outside next episode. You know what
episode.
You know what I'm saying? And you know that's how they going to see that shit. Like,
are we going to check the weather forecast for the first time?
Because you know it's going to rain. You know it's going to rain while you're recording. You know that's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. You know you have to check the weather. You're going to be like, damn, I thought someone was supposed to be. Get the rocket launcher. Blow the whole thing to the ground. But yeah, man. So yeah, just check that out. Hey, yo, Mike Brown on everything. And yeah, like, you know, this here, man, is a beautiful thing. It's beautiful. I'm happy to be here.
Appreciate having you, bro.
Again, man.
Thank you.
Just keep hope alive, man. One piece, man.
One pick. That's it. One pick.
What y'all got? Y'all do y'all thing now.
I don't. I've been slowly. The more we do this, the more I take it seriously. Whereas before we just jumped in and I was like, I don't need a fucking Instagram. I'll tag you on Instagram, man. Yeah. They don't care. They don't give a fuck.
They will.
I'll push it.
They will.
Eventually. But as of right now, they just like, who? Like, it's like,
yo, here's the mindfuck shit. They won't care about it until you care about it. It's a mindfuck. It's a mindfuck. Also, shout out to Big Crit because I didn't get that from him, but I just listened to his new album.
I've been telling myself I need to listen to it because the fact that the lead single that he dropped for it is the intro, I was like, oh, word?
Yeah. It's like the album that like I was like waiting for that album.
What did I tell you? I told while we was listening to it, I was like, yo, Kirk Franklin wish he can do this shit. Like hard, like a gospel vibe type.
Yeah, that's just hard.
That was then. This is now.
Get the rocket launcher.
Said he's a hood preacher.
Going.
I'm seeing it, and I see I see this motherfucker in the church killing the shit. I'm like, oh my god, he's a ride.
Niggas got the trumpets going.
I'm telling, but that's
step team.
That's what this podcast feels like to me because it's like, oh, it's here. Like, you guys don't even know what this means yet. And it's just dope to be like, oh, just stay on the course, man. Y'all got it.
It's one of those things that I definitely is like, I feel it. It's like, I know I'm not.
You gotta jump.
I know I'm not.
Jump. You know?
Negro jump.
Negro jump.
You know what I mean? The only Negro jump. You know what I mean? And if there's any other black podcast out there talking about nerdom, guess what? You getting jumped, nigga. Yeah. The only podcast that threatened you. Where the guests come on to threaten on the behalf of the podcast.
It's not going to be by me. I'm going to get my older cousin.
Because we nerds, but we black first, my nigga.
We black first. We're black first.
Gotta be black first.
Gotta be black first, man.
All right, well, it's been Negro Jump.
Damn.